All right, I think we are here. Welcome back. My name is Coach T, and welcome back to Style Esports Playoffs. Tonight we have Yummiversal Income taking on Mint GGEZ, and I'm joined by JK Juicy Kim. How are you doing, my friend? I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, give us a shout out. How's
Yo, yo, yo. It's been a while, actually. It's been a while for me, especially. Long time ago, I actually casted a color casted here on Style Esports back when, oh my god, actually, I remember UB actually being done as casting for UB also before, or I think I met their captain before, but yeah, it was been a while.
Yeah. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you back. And honestly, we got a fantastic game here for tonight. And it looks like we already started draft number one here. I mean, overall, pretty basic bands so far. I'd like the Volley Bear and the Trundle band, trying to knock out that jungle picks and then GG looking kind of to a little bit of variety there, mixing it up with a jungle, a mid, and now an 80 carry band. What are your thoughts
Yeah,
so far?
Yeah. Oh, with the Ash pick also. And one thing I like about Ash is that she's a very good farming ADC, unless she gets picked as support. But one thing I like about Ash is that she's very safe if you play her carefully, and that her ult, the Frost Arrow, or Crystal Arrow, sorry, I'm not good at my
Yep,
ult still, but
yep,
her
yep.
Crystal Arrow can actually impact a lot when it comes to either ganks or team fights, or whether or not those kind of things can actually hinder like a teleport or like a just something that you could just use as a control, crowd control, or any fights or so.
Absolutely. And a Poppy Kaisa, really good pick right now. Poppy's support actually being the top win rate support right now, believe it or not. And Kaisa being a very strong AD carry right now in this meta after the changes in this last Worlds patch. Honestly, I'm really liking that bot lane pick for Yummiversal. And if they opt to send Poppy top lane, that just makes it even more of a flex pick and really hard to kind of buy into, really.
I actually like the Kaiser too, and personally, although people can agree, can debate upon it too, but I just don't like when Kaiser isn't what's it called prioritized early first, because that way her farming could be much more advantageous, and that I don't even know if Poppy's going to be a support, but if that Poppy can handle just engaging with Kaiser, that crit can actually do so much for UB's bot lane.
Absolutely, and that last pick is a Zareth pick. It seems that they kind of screwed it up there. But yeah, so that'll be a Zareth. I do like Zareth. Zareth, a very strong mid laner. Also, again, with that flex pick, you can flex him into the support role. Um,
Yes.
and the Nunu and Willem picked up. Wow, for jungle, for Mint GGEZ. Wow. Wow. And UB responds with Annie at mid lane. Wow, okay. Annie mid lane.
Again, it just seems that actually is a good counter for just in case to be very cautious for Nunu Snowball. If you are going dive deep, obviously, then Nunu will go run towards mid, shoot towards that snowball using the E just to slow people down. And if you get caught, you get rooted or either it's done or whatever, and that leads to very like destructive just matters.
Yeah, I agree completely. Again, I don't. You don't really see Annie though that often in the competitive scene. A very rare pick for any competitive play. But again, I agree. I like it into the Zareth a lot if Zareth chooses to go mid. But we're rounding out R2 of bans here, and Vi Jarvan going to be banned away from by Mint GG and Zach Diana. So it looks like we have a jungle push from both these teams for bans, and Nocturne is being hovered.
I kind of don't like Nocturne, but based on Nunu, actually, I don't know. Because Nocturne, if you actually go turn off the lights and use that ult to dive, let's say, for example, Nunu is quite low. If Nocturne just dives right in, Nunu will just end up using Q to heal back, and whatever ult is still on, it depends on, like, Nunu plays a little more damage or just plays a little more tinky. Again, it all relies upon the Nunu. And Nocturne is great, especially if you can dive towards the Ash. Just use that as a way to just combat ADC or any way to support, lose that CC or lose the engage. And going with Tahm Kench, that's actually going to be a good comeback. And I don't know how this is going to go well. This is actually, for me, a pretty easy in drafting, actually. Ooh.
Dr. Mundo being hovered. That's another interesting pick for competitive. But I do like the Tom Kench. Tom Kench in a pretty good spot right now, especially with recent changes. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that that's going to be support, and they're going to put Zareth mid, Don Mundo top, Willem in the jungle, and Ash 80 carry. But I don't know what Universal really picks into that. Dr. Mundo is one of those interesting picks. You really don't see it very often. And it looks they're going to
Ooh.
go for a Lowy. I really like that, and back to the Nocturne as well. I didn't mention that, I really like Nocturne. He's believe it or not, he is a very, very good a team oriented champion. You can press the paranoia and just blind all your enemies and get your team out of a bad situation. It can be very useful, and there's a lot of utility use to Nocturne as well. So I like that. But Alawi's Leap of Faith, I've seen 1 and 3 Alawis come out of a fight 6 and 3. So it'll be interesting to see. But I really like this draft. Personally, who do you think won draft here? Do you think it's a stalemate, or what do you think of draft?
I have to say, in terms of like actual mid elo drafting and all that too, it's fair game, because for high elo like LCS or whatever, like the world's any other professional teams, that they would not pick Alawi. They would have to pick like someone to play safe farming and all that too. But for this elo, I would say it's anyone's game, but it all matters right into the battlefield, into the rift. And for me, I like the Alawi better. I like the Alawi how she can actually be very like OP even if she's behind, but as soon as she gets more kills as she goes, then she's absolutely unstoppable. Which reminds me, did Alawi get any nerfs recently? Like, I know there's been changes, but I don't know if the Alawi got any received nerfs or buffs.
I don't know either off the top of my head. But I would say that Alawi's probably better than she was like a few patches ago. I think she's pretty strong right now.
So she's still OP. Okay, no matter, she didn't get any changes, so she's still OP. Okay, that's understandable.
But yeah, but anyway, we're into draft again. Let's see, there we go. Press that button. Press the funny button. All in all, I don't know. Both these drafts are pretty good. I do like UB's draft a little more, but Mint GGEZ has potential.
Oh, it is Zeramed. Okay. Oh, yeah. So it is a Zeramed. Okay.
Yep. And Poppy support, which that's another reason I like UB's draft a lot more. It's because Poppy support is very strong right now, like very, very strong right now. And you look at like Nunu's new snowball, deep water dive from Tom Kench, stuff that can be blocked by Poppy W.
If I want your opinion,
honestly,
I'll beat it out of you.
I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough to see that if Mint GGEZ is gonna have an easy time in this game. It's definitely winnable though. It's not completely lost. I don't think this is a horrible draft for Mint GGEZ, but I think I don't know. I think it's winnable.
And seeing how it's Ash, Tom Kench versus Kai'Sa and Poppy, it all depends on the junglers. Like, I would say, for example, Nocturne can't really go for Dr. Mundo, because Dr. Mundo, if he plays very carefully, he his passive too. His passive cleanses any of the CCs, especially his what was it again? His E or anything like that. His basically fear. But his fear is close range. And Dr. Mundo, if he plays that top lane very carefully, he doesn't have to worry about getting too close to Nocturne. He just throws his butcher knife. Yep. So that means Nocturne's gonna have to go for bot lane or mid lane, but mid lane also has his CCE, I believe. But even so, that's his only way to go to bot lane to get the ADC, which means that Poppy's gonna have to go for the engage. And it all depends on Nunu if he wants to go to top lane or abuse mid lane. Bot lane, not so much, maybe so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure, but ultimately, we're geared up for one hell of a game, 100%. This is going to be a fantastic game, I have a feeling.
And I believe it's in the best out of 3, right? So it's first game. Anyone can literally just win or lose, and then they could just shake it off. But in terms of drafting, I think this is a pretty fair game. It all depends on the junglers, though. Where they are going to gank, where they're going to engage, like prioritize, and especially who they're going to give advantage to. Especially if I was saved towards UB, give the priority to either maybe Kai'Sa for the farming or Alawi for the carry. If I would say towards mid GG, I would say either the Nunu, because the Nunu is pretty strong either way, or give it to maybe Ashe, because Ashe, like I said, her damage and her crit can also kind of contest against ADCs like Kai'Sa, like I said, or even so, like just trying to kite so far off and then let Tom Kench basically tank for her. So it's anyone's game if you think about it.
Absolutely, I think 100% it's going to be anyone's game. I think definitely for the first game here, these teams are going to be feeling each other out. It's going to be a little bit slower paced, and then all of a sudden everything's going to collapse, and we're going to have one massive fight that kind of breaks open this game. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I really am.
I mean, yeah, because frankly, I do like myself some engaged junglers, and especially these two junglers. Everyone knows Nunu and Willem. If you get snowballed, you're dead. That's like the meme of things. But for Nocturne, this is the very scary part. Especially if you get feared and you know you're next, especially if you're ADC, you don't know you don't know when they're gonna dive you. Especially like when they know that there's an ult coming, but you don't know who's gonna target towards and when they're gonna target towards you. And Nocturne, I do believe like even. Hmm, I don't know if lethal tempo can still apply to Nocturne, considering lethal tempo is coming back. I don't know for this elo for this moment, but back then
No,
Nocturne lethal tempo was so OP.
right, absolutely. So with that, I think we're going to take a small break here between games as we wait out the rest of the spectator glaze. So make sure you stay tuned for game one of Yummiversal Basic Income versus Mint GGEZ. See you soon. We're back. We should be. Yep, everything's going. All right. Welcome back to game one of the series. We have, it looks like we have a standard 5 point from both of our teams so far. And nothing too crazy. I see that the scoreboard didn't pop up. That's pretty normal. Don't worry, I will fix it. There we go. That should have worked. Maybe? Come on. I know you want to do it. Maybe? Maybe it do? There we go. Sick. All right, we got the scoreboard now. We're good. We're all set. Welcome back. How are you doing, my friend? Juicy Kim?
I'm just concentrating, focusing on seeing the people just farming and just trying to carefully CS. Oh my goodness! But the one thing I just want to say, like I said, is the junglers just going for their engages and dives. I'm actually seeing. Looks like Nunu will be the first to actually maybe finishing his camping as we go.
Yep. He's just slightly ahead of Nocturne, it seems. But in the meantime, we're focused on this bot lane here. Tom Kench is kind of, well, both these teams, it looks like both these teams want to hit level 2 first. That'll kind of push back the other team here. And there we go. Poppy and Kais, they both hit level 2 pot immediately into it. Wow. As wow, Poppy straight in onto Tom Kench, does quite a bit of damage. However, it looks like Ash is returning the favor with the volley, and honestly, doesn't look like much more will come out of that. But that is why Poppy's very strong, getting that level 2 dash and stun into the wall. And wow, again, straight on top of things is
And yeah, and another reason why I like Poppy, get engaging, is because, like I said, Poppy's engaging towards, especially towards a wall, can actually, if you have tenacity too, it can actually stay a level longer. So once Kaiser sees that and goes right in using the E and using that attack speed, and there we
and
go. Oh my goodness.
right straight into it, straight on top of the things. That deep water dive is going to be forced out from Tom Kench there as he's taken low, and both these bot laners are very low. It has Nunu routed bot side. They could actually
Uh
turn this
oh.
fight.
Oh. Never mind. Wait. Oh.
Snowball.
Chotamate. Hold up. Oh.
Snowball's going to go in. Can he get Poppy? Poppy's going to dodge a little bit right. Pop the W is going to pop that out. Just Breezy will get the first blood onto Poppy, and
Oh
that
no.
might secure the kill. What? Jeff God Gamer barely gets the kill onto Ash, but dies himself. And that is 2 kills for 1 in the bot lane to open up this game.
It's even worse considering that I do believe I can't see it right now, but it's even worse to consider I do believe the support got the kill too. It's not Ash, so Ash just
Yep.
died for nothing. But Kaiser getting the kill and also getting Poppy the kill too. That's oh no, not Poppy. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's the other way
Nunu.
around. It's the other way around. Sorry.
Yep, Nunu actually ended up with the kills there, 2-0. There, and Jaffe taken pretty low here. Oh, Mundo got 2 kills!
Oh!
Oh my god, what a play from Mundo there in the top lane. Walking out with 2 kills. Wow. Well, I mean, that was just a huge turn of events there. I thought for sure Mundo was kind of gonna take it down, but he's able to find 2 kills and dies himself. But 2-1 there in the top lane. Like you were saying, yeah, I agree completely. And it's not really worth it. Ash doesn't get any of those kills, and Nunu finds himself with 2 kills in his pockets. I mean, it's not really the worst outcome. I mean, it could be on Kench, and even then, Kench is okay to have kills on, but you really like to see those kills go onto your AD carry.
Nocturne going top lane, not very mindful, not very demure. Mundo actually seeing that advantage and decides that I'll play that. Very mindful, very demure.
Yeah, yeah, he does very good. He picks up 2 kills for himself before going down, and honestly, he's able to get back in time before he loses too much CS, and he's already shoved the wave back under Alawi's turret, which is really good for him. Keeping the pressure up, he's going to force Nocturne back towards this top side here. So we'll see if Jaffe can make any moves here. He's going to pull the soul out of the body. He does get it off. Or no, he doesn't. That doesn't proc. It doesn't proc the tentacle thing. So unfortunate for Alawi there.
And frankly, I mean that's what I'm saying. If Laui can beat, uh, from what I'm seeing right now, Ilaoi looks like she's actually doing really well 1v1, like dueling Dr. Mundo. But as soon as Nocturne goes in, Mundo can just stay on the tower, and because of his passive, like I said, he has nothing to worry about, and that's what causes Nocturne kind of no offense, UB, but a free win for a free kill for Noctamundo. But in terms of dueling, Laui would definitely beat Dr. Mundo if she plays her what is it called, the tentacle pull, whatever it's called, the E. That's something she
Yep,
could do
yep.
actually to just to farm off Mundo's health and all that.
I agree completely. And it seems like we're gonna have that classic Void Grub Dragon swap
Ooh,
here
ooh.
at 6 minutes. Oh, Mundo could be in a little bit of trouble here. Nice meat cleaver there, gonna land, but not gonna do much. And the first dragon's gonna be taken by
Oh,
Nunu. They might look for a dive here. Here comes Nunu. Right of the Arcane's gonna go in. They're gonna
oh
dive. They're gonna
no!
shoot everything at this tower. Fang over Fang is gonna be taken low. He's gonna
There we
go
go.
down. And Zareth finds himself with a kill there. Fairy gonna be procced on Poppy, and Poppy or Kaisa. It's actually Kaisa stays alive. They do get the Poppy, and they walk out very low health, but with some extra gold in their pockets on this turret, getting that first turret plate in the bot lane. But again,
Try to
execution
do it.
is
Oh no!
really
Oh.
good.
I would say Kaiser, please just go for it. Oh, never mind. But I honestly think if Kaiser saw that Ash, and I know that I don't know if Kaiser saw the Tom Kench also trying to fake recall. Oh no!
They're actually going to go back in on this. Flash in from Ash.
Oh!
Oh, and Poppy is here. Paranoia going to be procced here. I'm going to go mid lane. Can they get the kill? He's going to drop the fear. Fango Fang does get the kill onto Ash, and Nocturne gets the kill onto Zareth, but goes down himself there from turret fire. It seems like this game just seems like it's been back and forth trades. Just like everybody dies one for one. It
Okay,
seems really odd.
I'm gonna say hold up, hold up, hold up, there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, there you go. Good old Dr. Moon there finding a solo kill there in the top lane right before Nunu gets there. Deep water dive going to be dropped, but it's not enough for Tench to get away. And jeez, that is so incredible.
Okay, so we see from Mint GG the top laner is actually getting the most like advantage moments and just farm prioritizing all that too. But it looks like the bot lane also. So I don't want to roast Nocturne as it is, but I literally said that you shouldn't go to top lane or mid lane at all because the CC from Xerath and Dr. Mundo is passive. So the only option he can go to is bot lane, of which I mean now he knows he can literally take take the bot lane's advantage and push that bot tower down.
Yeah, and I like to mention that even though Mint GGEZ is up 2 kills, they're still down on gold. There's still a gold lead here in favor of Yummiversal basic income. But here comes Nunu into the mid lane with the snowball. Huge damage. The arrow going just wide there of Civil Luck, and he's barely out with his life. If that enchanted crystal arrow landed just a little bit right there, he would have been done for.
Oh man, again, I like these kind of plays, especially if you know you get hit by Nunu's. Like I said, the Nunu snowball, you're already dead. But the fact that the Annie barely made it out alive like that, I believe you're around 100 health. I saw maybe 200, but Annie just walks away almost dying like that from a Nunu. Makes it more impressive the fact that you could have died by Nunu instantly, anyways, because we all know the Nunu meme.
Yeah, 100%. Zareth and Nunu actually headed towards his bot side yet again. They might be looking for yet another dive. They're calling for it. There's pings coming down here. Right of the Arcane going to be Pop Deep Water diving onto them. Poppy going to drop the W. They're going to buy some time. It's going to land two
But
shots.
oh, the flash!
Really good flash there from Fang over Fang. Able to get back to safety. And again, now this just turns up a little bit of a waste of time. You just get the flash of the support. You want more than that. And
Oh no, not Mundo, no, not Mundo, no. What do you do?
Leap of Faith going to be dropped. Paranoia going to be dropped as well. If Mundo can get out, this is so worth it for him, but he's not going to be able to. Yeah, he's done for there.
Actually, Nocturne proved me wrong, but apparently it looks like. But actually, Laui looks like she actually went for the engage. Like I said, if Laui took that president like that and she actually dueled like that with Dr. Mundo, she won. Like that matches my theory. So basically, if Laui just goes straight towards Dr. Mundo like that, and Nocturne actually goes with that, then that actually kind of helps them in both the way. But because Dr. Mundo plays a little safer, like I said, they had to be cautious about that kind of situation. And seeing how Ash is just going forward like that makes it a little more better for just anyone else, other laners to farm and all that too. Ah, man.
Yeah, Void Grub's going to be up again. It looks like Nocturne's already on them. That could be 6 grubbies for this Universal basic income team. So That'll be interesting. Next dragon is spawning in just under 30 seconds. Oh, and Enchanted Crystalline Arrow onto Poppy.
No!
Poppy the hammer doesn't get away.
No!
But
It's a
Ash
battle
might pay with
ADCs.
her
Battle
life.
ADCs. No! Oh!
It tuned
Battle
back to
ADCs.
mid lane.
Damn.
Kai'Sa barely wins that fight. Miracle Whip showing back up. Can he get the kill on the Jeff God Gamer? He's going to pop it. You're going to go to tower. This is awfully bold.
Oh!
And he goes down. Yummiversal buying 2 back in the bot lane, and that is a fed Kai'Sa, and Kai'Sa is very strong right now. Finishing up that Bork. Man, that is unfortunate there for this bot lane of GGEZ.
All the more reason, and especially with Blade of the Ruined King, that's actually a really good item to farm. And especially Kai'Sa is all about crit. I believe her base stats is all about AD and crit anyways. She could be a really good asset when it comes to team fights. Now it all matters down to the Cloud Soul, which makes his movement speed, which means her movement's just gonna be way fast, and she's just gonna be OP like that.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, Kai'Sa, much like Ezreal, is a very, very slippery champion. And, you know, she's going to be tough to get onto later in this game. But meanwhile, speaking of getting onto it, bot lane's under siege yet again. Xerath not in a good position, though. They're going to go in. They're going to stop the deep water dive. Here comes Nocturne. Paranoia's going to keep his team safe. Flash and shields are out. Ultimate coming in from Nunu will get enough. He does deal no damage. And right at the Arcane is going to probably wipe this fight out. Civillock stepping up and trying to stop the right. And
Oh.
a little bit of awkward turtle here in the jungle. I have no idea how chickens procced onto him, but okay, I guess that's gonna happen.
I'm assuming.
It's over. It's so over.
Shut down. There we go.
That shutdown onto this Ashe is gonna buy back gold for this bot lane, and that's good. That is really good. This bot lane now swung gold in favor of GGEZ. Utility Monster here showing up with this Nocturne. They're gonna smite the Scuttle, but I don't know.
They're contesting it. They're actually gonna go for it.
Teleports are coming down from Xerath, but I don't know if they can contest it. Is it worth it? It's dragon number 2 in this point in time, and I mean, and it's a Cloud Dragon. Oh, they're gonna pop the Poppy ultimate and gonna knock him out of the pit.
Oh, that was a nice hit.
That's actually really good, and that gives the dragon to Nocturne. Really well played there by UBI. Wow.
I don't know what was on the mindset of Poppy there. Like, oh, no, not Poppy. Nunu. Either the fact that Nunu thought Poppy didn't have ult, or maybe so he just decided to just go for it. I don't know, but that just seems very awkward considering that Nunu would just straight up go for it when Poppy's actually there.
Yeah, I think maybe that's exactly what it was. Is he didn't know that she had ults, or either that, or didn't consider the fact that she would burn ults for the second dragon of the game. Looks like we will have a Mountain Soul, though. Mountain Soul, very, very strong soul. Very good for Alawi. Very, very good for Alawi. Very good for Nunu and Mundo as well. Ultimately, that'll be an important soul later on. Mundo is going to pop the Satanism.
There's Nocturne there.
Is it Satness? What is that, actually? I'm actually forgetting. Oh, maximum dosage? I swear that used to be like Satanism. Anyway, we got some fight over here in the Herald, and...
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is one dead Nunu.
Oh.
Enchanted Crystalline Arrow followed by Right of the Arcane will finish out. Paranoia, though, onto Xerath. Will he be able to get Xerath? Nice, Xerath doing good damage, but he just doesn't have the consistency that Nocturne does. Nocturne is not able to kill him, though.
The duel. The duel of Alawi, bro.
Alawi gonna pop the Leap of Faith and find that kill and the first tower and top lane there. And now Alawi's got the full permission to just walk in top lane here. And they're gonna look to GGEZ to find a response for this Alawi, who's just at 2-2, but has a lot of gold in her pockets. I mean, I'm looking at, oh, well, actually, it's not that bad. It's a lot better than I actually thought it was going to be. And even though she's just under 10 CS up, Mundo's only down like 200 gold. So this is definitely winnable.
I mean, keep in mind the early game, like the way early game, Dr. Mundo outplayed a 2v1. Now with Alawi actually getting a little more stronger because of her farming, now she's actually very powerful to actually duel Dr. Mundo, even regardless of his passes. So that's why she caught up.
And we can see the anti-heal picked up as well. That'll be very, very good against this Mundo. So I'm interested to see how this works out. Bot lane took a turn for the worse though for UBI. I think it seems like Ash Kench have control of this lane, and it's not looking good. They're calling Nunu down yet again, but do they know? I don't know if they had vision. They might have. It looks like they have. They're gonna back off.
Oh, looks like Nunu's actually go for mid actually.
Yeah, he turns around. He's like, okay, we can't get them, so we're gonna dive mid lane. Here comes the snowball. It's gonna land on
He
Annie.
actually got her. Oh,
The Tokyo Drift forces out the flash right of the arcane. Can he hit 1 of 6? Is the answer no? The answer is no. Miracle Whips might be in a little bit of trouble though here. Depth Water Dive is going to go. The W lands barely. But the ulti popped. Kench is going to start working back towards Ash. He's still alive.
No, he got it.
Yeah, barely able to get that kill. And now
nope, but Nunu.
I thought Nunu was going to drift that in. Oh, Harold Uber going to be crashed into that first tower there on the outside as Alawi and Mr. Nocturne here in the mid lane are going to try to crash down this tower. I mean, what is the call? You got Nunu nearby, but Alawi's just going to pop this tower, and that is another tower going in favor of UBI.
And with all three, actually looks like bot lane's tier 1 tower still alive. But with that, the top lane tower and the mid tier tower is both down for mid GG. Seeing that means it leaves room for UB to actually seize the objectives easier now, because as we see right now, it looks like the Drake is going to come up again. And this Mountain Drake, like you mentioned before, the tanks are going to be the most important because that gives you armor and magic resistance. And
yep, and the shield.
The shield too. Oh my god, I forgot the shield. Yeah, the shield is actually OP. And I'm gonna say this: if Alawi gets a hold of that, she's gonna be the most OP top laner, and people are not gonna like her. Then they're gonna have ban her next game. But seeing how it is, who knows?
Questionable use of the leap of faith there from Alawi there in the mid lane, trying to get the kill but not able to. Ash gonna cancel the backs of the volley. Right of the arcane gonna be dropped, but like barely in range. So Poppy and Kaisa are able to walk out pretty safely. Alawi's just walking in. Teleports are coming down. They're going to bring Annie to this fight. Mundo's going to be on the run. They're going to pull the soul out of the body. If Mundo doesn't move, if he's not moving right, he's going to die there.
Oh, there it is.
But yeah. The stun still lands though. Ash picks up the first bot lane tower there on the outer turret.
So that leaves just rooms for just any objectives now. And with the Mountain Drake, like I said, that just leaves like a chance of whoever gets that gets basically a good chance of like stalling for health and regeneration and armor.
Absolutely. Alawi's going to try to get it back in. She does have the teleport available. Mundo on one side, the rest of Mint GGEZ on the other. Here we go. Teleport's coming down. Mundo's going to open this fight on the utility monster. Utility monster's going to be forced to pop the Paranoia. Paranoia's going to get him out safely. Ultimate from Poppy keeps one of the fight, but Paranoia going back into the backline, forces the flash out of Ash and the Xerath. However, Kaisa is not going to let it happen as Xerath and Ash are going to be taken down. Xerath is side plotting this, though. He's going to get out of there. However, Kaisa's still alive. He's going to be force Miracle Whips to back away. And they're going to push the issue. Nice eat from Tom Kench. Can they get him out alive? That was the question. Just BZ is barely alive. The W! Oh! What a shot from the Rocket from Kaisa.
It's not over yet?
No, she's under tower. She's dead. Wow.
Okay, you know what I like? The visual buff on the towers. As soon as more shots goes, it gets bigger. Oh my goodness. But let me see. 7-3 with a Bork and a Ginzu's Blade. That's, like I said, that's actually a good for crit, and like I said, for team fight. You saw with Kaisa just going in, that was actually a pretty good trade just to get the Drake for just one measly like ADC, to be honest.
Right, and you know, it was a good fight. I think Yummiversal basic income played very, very well there. Ash actually taking quite a bit of damage on that turret there. They could be looking to get this outer mid turret as Alawi has now worked towards the bot outer turret. And yeah, that's gone. Decimate. The Baron play at 20 minutes? Yo, what?
Yeah, they're playing like G2. Is this going to be a G2 moment? They're just going to go for Baron as it is.
This has got to be illegal. Like, this has to be illegal. But they have the damage.
Kaiser, go for it. Oh no, man. Looks like they're just.
Oh, they got it. And Poppy's the one that's caught out. Poppy's going to be taken down here very quickly. And Yummiversal is going to be on the run. Well played there from Mint GGEZ. Picking up the Baron on 20 minutes. That is a very early Baron here. And now they're going to look to probably push the issue here. Nocturne is going to try to do something here on a Nunu. Nice stuns on a Nunu. Is going to be barely out alive. The ult plus the Q is so good. It keeps him alive. Laffy, not in a good spot to press the leap of faith. Goes down. And wow, they lose 3 for the price of 0. Wow. It's just Annie and Kaiser left to defend these turrets. But, I mean, it's just, is this even a defendable angle? Poppy is here.
I'm going to spill some beans here, actually. Who was it that say, who was it they said this, they had a really good mid-jungle duo? Was it the mid-jungle of in GG, right?
I believe so. Let me double check that. I see Ash Zareth is undefeated for GG Mint.
I believe it was on the other one, but I do believe that that's what makes mid GGEZ the stronger team right now, because the mid jungle synergy right there of Nunu and Zera. If you notice the team fight, that Zera actually carefully procced everything with his Q, and hang on.
Yeah, here we go. Mundo is gonna go in onto Poppy there, but I don't know what the angle is here. Oh, nice arrow from Ash! Some damage from Mundo, but the
no!
What a nice Poppy ultimate, dude. What a Poppy ultimate to save Ash. Right in the arcade getting drops. Huge damage. Annie is all but secured. Nice stun. Will he get out alive is the question. Barely out of range, and he does. Wow.
Two outplay moments right there. The fact that Annie used her bear to just block the crystal arrow, and so she could walk away easily. That was absolutely giga play.
No, yeah, you're right. And they used the Keeper's Verdict there to just keep Ash alive. And Annie working up that stun there and stunning 2 to get out alive is so huge.
I'm sorry, wrong one. It was a crystal arrow that got shot by I forgot who Ash. It was, but then walked away. Walked away. Not dying. Annie was the one who almost got hit by a snowball, and then she used that to block it. Actually, not the crystal arrow.
Poppy over the wall. Paranoia going to be dropped. Teleports are coming down. They're going to bring 5 to this fight of 4, and immediately call off the fight. Wow. That Mundo is scary, and he's going to run in here. Nocturne might be caught out, though. He's going to be forced to flash. The spell shield blocks, but that's not going to stop this. That's not going to stop the snowball. But they're able to walk with their lives.
But now it gives the opportunity for them to get that tower, the tier 2 tower right there. And seeing how Mundo is kind of tanky either way, but
Yep, Kaisa's going to go in here onto Nunu there. Right of the arcane going to be dropped. They're going to go straight into the backline. Can he find anything? He's got no vision. They're going to pull out the soul. Oh, he's going to be located with the W8 on the Poppy Pop. Don't bring Poppy to your backline. Huge damage across the board. Javi's going to put off the Leap of Faith. Leap of Faith's going to do tons of damage. Oh, Ken's barely not able to get out alive. Wow, it's back and forth, and Mundo going down there. Wow, 3 for 1, and Yummiversal buys back more again.
Oh man, this is gonna be an actual. Okay, I was say that's gonna be the actual even game here. To consider, like I said, the mid jungle duo synergy of Xerath and Nunu is what causes to be OP. And with Ash using a crystal arrow to, like I said, to use that as a form of CC for team fights and whatnot, actually heavily impact in their favor. However, Annie with the Kaiser and Lawi just able to engage like that is what makes them make their comeback. I want to see, especially with this Drake coming up, who gets basically the Drake sole point, either Yubi or just making another installment for mid GG. I just want to see Nunu just stealing it. If they actually go for it and then Nunu sees it, actually they're going for it, but I just want to see him steal it. It has to be that moment.
Yeah, and honestly, this is the time to execute. They see Nocturne on map. They're going to look for a pick here early. But the fight is starting in the river. They're going to go on to Annie. Annie's forced to flash over the wall right of the Arcane. Going to land one more there. That's extra damage. UBI looking to give River here. Possibly look to retake. What is the call here from both these teams. They're very grouped up. I don't like this at all for UBI. However, if Jaffe can force the fight with Leap of Faith available, that's a question. They're very grouped up. If Jaffe can get in and press the button, the funny button, Paranoid going to be popped. Poppy Ultimate going to go wide. A nice stun there. This is looking very bad for UBI, but they're going to go in anyway. Here we go. Mundo's the first to go down. Can they respond? Huge ultimate from Nunu. Nunu's taking low as well. Laffy available. Jeff God Gamer's barely able to save alive. Ash goes down, but finds one before it. Laffy with the Leap of Faith to turn the fight into a 1v2. Maple Syrup in the middle of Leap of Faith is not going to live. Just Beezy is still alive. Can Laffy end it? The snowballs are going to slow. Is that the end of this fight? I don't think Jaffe's going to let him get away. No, it's no way. The nice consume there will keep him alive. And wow, what a fight. It didn't look that very winnable for UBI at all. But by neither of these teams walking out with an upper hand. I mean, 4 for 4. And, you know, the Leap of Faith doing most of the work there towards the end.
They were just not aware of just Lowie's, just her damage just scales so immensely. And I'm just gonna say this: I literally said if Lowie just managed to get prioritized, and look at her, she's 6'3" along with Kaiser 11'4". If they play like safe like that with Lowie being the front line, and she just ends up dueling everyone, including with the ultimate, she's gonna be like the Dame Mame, like the top lane that you just don't expect. Along with Kaiser 11'4", what does she has? 4 Ginsu's Berserk. What the heck is that? Is that Terminus?
Terminus, yep. And then we're ready for round 2 here. Ultimates and abilities back up. Enchanted Crystalline Arrow going to go wide. Paranoid going to be procced. They're going to go straight onto the Ash. Ash is in danger now. Kaisa's now on the back line. Mundo's still alive, though. Mundo is going to try to do stuff, but it's not going to happen. Jaffe with the Leap of Faith, and the choke is so good. Again, Nunu looking very low, but this one looking very in favor of UBI as Mint GGEZ is going to back off of this dragon. They're going to give. It's not Soul Point just yet, but they're going to put Yummiversal on Soul Point for this match.
It was getting good there until they realized they should have gotten the Alawi. I like I said, I would just personally say just get the Alawi because the Alawi is so super strong regardless of her KDA. But knowing that she's scaling up as she goes, she's very tanky. Oh no.
They're pushing the issue. Jaffe's gonna try to get this deep water dive straight onto Zareth might be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the W. He's gonna be eaten. They're going to try to save the Soul. Soul's going to be going down. Miracle Whip's in a little bit of trouble. Nunu, though, in a good spot right as the Arcane's going to be dropped. They're going to look to change this fight. Jaffe in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be taken down by the Ash! What Ash? As I say, the Ash is deleted. Onto the back line goes Mundo. But not before Ash is just obliterated. What was that? Did you see that damage?
Are you just look at it right now? Do you see Alawa just healing up so immensely like that? Oh.
Oh, Zareth? Hello?
Okay. I was gonna say, did you see how much Alawa is healed up from that pull on I believe it was Tom Kench or whatever, or Doug Mundo?
Yeah,
I don't
on
see
Mundo,
that.
yep.
Yeah, and she healed up so rapidly like that. Oh.
I do not know what Poppy expected, but she eats a meat cleaver to the face and dies, but does get some CC off, and again, UBI buying more and more back in every lane here as time goes on.
Again, it's the priority of now the top laner and just the ADC. I mean, it's just what it is. You know, the top laner with the Bruiser Ilawe along with the crit Kaiser, they're gonna need to use that as their win condition. And I'm seeing the map right now. Looks like tier 2 tower mid is down anyway, so if they can go for this team fight for the Baron, if UB actually wins the team fight and go for Baron and push mid lane, they can actually win this first game. But I just need to see the Lawi just actually using that TP going in there and just smashing Nunu, Xerath, because Xerath's actually pretty squishy regardless. Ash, those three especially. Mundo can wait. Tom Kinch can basically wait, and yeah, and there we go. Up and there we go. But yeah, basically so. Basically so. Is Lawi needs to focus on these three champions: the middle, the jungle, the mid, and the ADC to go for just to win on that mid lane down and to win that first game.
Yeah, I agree. I think Alawi is just their main problem for Mint. And utility must be caught out here. Really good job there from Nunu, followed by the deep water dive. Is going to keep him.
There's a TP. There's a TP. Just get ready.
Alawi is coming in. Paranoid going to be propped. They're on the run. If they give Jaffe an inside to this backline, leap of faith! So much damage, nice eat from Tom Kench. Jess Beasy is a little bit of trouble here, but Alawi's actually taking quite a bit of damage of her own. Mundo's doing some work, however, now that Poppy is there, they have to run. It is currently a 4 versus 4 situation. Both junglers are biting the dust in this fight. Oh, right of the arcane, can it find Jeffy? Nice, fancy feet. There goes Mundo. Can he get the kill? Yes, he gets the shutdown. But can he live? Onto the back line goes Kaisa. Barry's going to be procced. It's going to go down. Zareth is now going to be forced to flash away. Nice W followed by the Q. He's buying space for his team. Kench, though, next on the menu. Can they do enough damage? Kench is barely not out. Wow. He barely takes just enough damage to die there. Just, wow, what is this fight? These fights are so close. So close.
And obviously this is not a obviously this is not a game-ending moment right here, but with that and with that the mid tower down, the base mid tower down, this could be just a very bad situation, actually very bad situation for mid GGEZ. And Kaisa, someone needs to kill the Kaisa, because if I recall, just she needs to be stopped, because that amount of items that she has right now can actually just hit you pretty hard with a crit. Like I said, there needs to be a
it's so rough for Mint GGEZ right now. Dragon now spawning within 40 seconds, and this is a fight they have to win if they're going to plan to contest this soul point. They have to win this fight. Just easy.
He saw the. I believe he saw the Poppy then, and went back knowing that he's gonna get dived on like that.
He was a knower. He knew Poppy was gonna flash on him. He's able to stay alive for this fight. Annie gonna teleport in. Mundo in the bot lane here. He's on the opposite side of the fight. Snowball gonna start this fight off. Maybe Alawi could get cut off. Snowball's gonna knock him up. Alawi misses the pull. But Alawi's just so threatening here in this choke. Mundo's going to now come back to the rest of his team. And we have ourselves a classic 5v5. Top to bottom, here comes Nunu. Chanted Crystalline Arrow onto Annie. Annie's going to go down. Paranoid's going to be dropped. They find the first kill in this fight, followed by Leap of Faith. So much damage across the board. Can they turn the fight? Leap of Faith not going to be able to kill Jess Beasy, but he does go down. Tom Kench very low. It is currently 4 versus 3. Jappy's just going to flash in on Kench. And that is soul for the side of Yummiversal basic income. Wow. What a fight.
It looks like they're actually going to go for Baron too, and knowing how, like I said, if you're just going to push the wave, after they get Baron, they should probably take advantage of that inhibitor a little bit too, because again, with Alawi in the way, with she had no TP, but I would say if she does have the TP, she could have teleported right over there and then abuse that front line and just going to protect them and ending the game. But like I said, looks like Alawi actually TP might actually go in as soon as you can, might recall. But yeah, if Alawi had that TP, then they should have gone for the end and actually just taken that inhibitor and then went back and then just stole either their jungle camps and then on their own.
Honestly, I fully agree. Mint now needs to just play the tower defense game, bide time as it comes. It's going to be difficult to fight them head on now with that Mountain Soul. They got that shield, they got the armor, they got a lot of stuff out of that. And honestly, UBI looking very healthy heading into this last couple minutes of this game. Most likely last couple minutes. I shouldn't speak so soon. But, but UBI in a good position here. They got the Baron buff. This is the moment where we're going to push in. They want to end this game before Elder spawns, because flipping Elder is a horrible idea. If you don't have to do it, you shouldn't. Here we go. Spell Shield going to block the Kaisa W. Wow. The bot lane seems to be the objective, as Alawi is mid. Chanted Crystal Arrow going to land on to the Kaisa. Kaisa's going to take a lot of right of the arcane. The Poppy Hammer not going to hit the intended target there, unfortunately. And they're able to buy space. Nunu is located. It looks like they're going to turn on to Nunu. The rest of his team not in a good spot to help. Yeah, Jess Beasy is going to be... Oh, he's able to walk. Here comes the team, though. Kaisa with a nice double followed by Paranoia, and there's some good damage across the board. Leap of Faith could open this fight up. Kaisa's got one. That's another huge flea from Nocturne. Miracle Whip is going to go straight onto him. Mundo is trying to do what he can.
And that's game.
Barrier,
that's game.
Yeah, that is game. Barrier is just going to keep Kaisa safe and out of the firing line from this Mint GGEZ team, and that is the first loss the Xerath Ash combo has taken so far this season, and hopefully the last. But wow, what a turn of events there from the side of GGEZ. Wow, what a really good first game there. What I say? I said this is gonna be a good first game. I knew it. I think you knew it as well. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the game?
Just props to Hannah for Alawi. No, not gonna lie. Props to Hannah for Alawi because Alawi, as we said before, regardless, and actually no, because there was no changes to her regardless. Then that means she's still OP, and if she's still OP, then that means she can still carry on that top lane as usual, whatever the cost is. And I'm gonna see the items right there. Black Cleaver. Oh my gosh, I forgot the items as we go. Sunder Sky, Black Cleaver, the chainsaw, and I forgot the Iron Fist. What was that one?
The
Frostborn Gauntlet. Frostborn Gauntlet.
Frostborn Gauntlet. Yep.
And that's
Gauntlet. Yep.
and here's the funny part. Iceborne Gauntlet is actually the most important thing for Alawi because once you get hit, you get slowed. And because of Alawi's damage scaling, that if you get hit, let's say for example, let's say Ash, right? Because you're trying to kite as you go, you can never catch up. You can never just like run away from Alawi because her Iceborne Gauntlet is what slows you down. And knowing her move speed versus Alawi's move speed is gonna catch you up that instantly. And that's what's scary about her.
Yeah, I agree completely. Alawi just very, very strong. And honestly, I think it was Alawi that when she started showing up for fights, that's when stuff started going right for UB. And honestly, well done. I don't know what the changes though that has to be made by GGEZ here to turn this fight or turn this game around, push this to a game 3. Is there anything particular that you would say needs to change in this game too?
I will personally say just pick you wouldn't just pick any other top laner that would just be just ideal to be either what we call it, a tower protector like Dr. Mundo, like under the tower and just outplay anyone from there. I personally like, especially with this patch that's going on, more damage. If you want to go for like Renekton, go for Lowick, go for Mordekaiser. I personally like oh my goodness, you're gonna hate me for this. I personally either like Garen or Darius because those two can actually impact a lot, especially with Garen. If you can farm to win your lane and especially use that ult for true damage and just burst down whoever you see as fit.
You know, you're right. I can't hate you for being right though. Garen and Darius both very, very good top laners right now, and honestly, Garen especially I think is a very, very high win rate champion at the time being for top lane. And I agree completely. If you can farm it in and really just kind of shove it down this UB's top laner's throat, I think you can win this. I honestly think just contain the lane and maybe not let Kai'Sa get 17 kills. Sure, that would probably help. But I agree completely. Get the Alawi out of this game. Keep her from getting to that fed state because it really, really hurt them in the end.
Yeah, especially props to Maple for actually playing that Ashe pretty well early game, but in the end it was just Poppy that actually carried the Kai'Sa early game to give her that KDA. But even so, I personally think that you should ban the Kai'Sa, keep the Ashe, maybe pick a different support to actually help with the Ashe to use me a double CC. Maybe Tom Kench wouldn't be a good support, but it's actually a good try. But frankly, I just think that Ashe, maybe you would pick a Nautilus to actually go for it, or you would actually go for a Maokai. I personally think that anything that has to do with AP damage that besides the Tom Kench can actually work. This is my opinion, by the way. They can go however they want, but keep the Ashe. Maybe pick a different support for mid GGEZ, and if they can ban the Kai'Sa, maybe they have to pick someone more like Prosper, like the Jhin. But that's for a risk.
Yep, absolutely. So why don't we take a short break here as Yummiversal goes up 1-0 against Mint GGEZ. And when we get back, we'll be back with draft for game number 2 here. So make sure you stay tuned. It'll be a good one. We'll see you soon. All right, welcome back here to game number 2 draft here. Yummiversal income up 1-0 on Mint GGEZ as they swapped on me right before I was able to press the button there. There we go. But it's definitely a different draft here. Whoa. As I'm paying attention here, Galio first picked for Yummiversal and Mint picking up the Smolder. Huh. I don't know how to feel about the Smolder pick. It looks like similar bands though across the board. Volley Trundle and Udyr banned away by Yummiversal, and Poppy actually going to be banned away by Mint GGEZ, and the Nocturne as well.
But they're still allowing the Alawi. What are they doing? They're still allowing the Alawi.
Maybe they got a plan for it. Maybe they got the plan. They got a plan for it. Who knows? I'm excited to see though. What happens next? Smolder J4 picked up from Mint GGEZ. J4 very strong right now, very good jungler. Kaisa again on the board for the side of Yummiversal, and what do they pair with it in this? An Amumu? No way. Are we gonna get some classic Amumu gameplay? No shot. Please. They're hovering it. Just give it to us.
Sorry, I'm back. Let me see.
Welcome
Amumu and Kaisa again. Oh my goodness, I swear.
Amumu Kaisa, is that what the pick is?
I mean, good news is they're not picking the Alawi again. Looks like I mean, from what I experienced from actual like top laners who actually know they're better, they just don't decide to pick the same champion because it's boring. So they're probably gonna pick something different. If they do pick the Alawi again, I'm not gonna like it, but you know, is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, I agree. When you're a better top laner and you know it, you're gonna play a different champion, because yeah, you want to keep yourself entertained. Zach, the secret weapon picked up here in that last pick of round 1 of picks, round 2 of bans. Mint GGEZ first to ban, but Zach, interesting. You know, again, another champion you don't see too terribly often.
There it is. There's a Alawi ban. Woohoo!
Thank
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Alawi very strong last game, and again, look at how much they took off the board from last game. They took away the Nocturne, they took away the Poppy, and now they take away the Alawi. That's 3 of the 5 champions from last game. God. And
I'm seeing the Galio actually, and I actually wonder since Amumu is jungle possibly, or it could be support, it could be flex either one or other. Galio can also be either. I see some Galio top from G2, so Galio could be either be top or support as it is, and it looks like with banning of Braum.
Yep, and Galio mid is still okay as well.
Oh yeah, that too. Actually, that too. Yeah, Galio mid works too. So it actually is a good flex.
It is a really good flex actually. Camille, Seraphine, Braum off the board. Huh. Okay. That is okay. I'm not sure how to feel about that. I do like the Alawi ban, and I don't know how to feel about the Camille ban either, but ultimately not a bad R2 for bans. Now, what does Mint GGEZ pick here? And who do they give counter to? I'd give counter to top lane, honestly. If you can, you should. And that's probably what they're going to do.
I mean, seeing how it's a Varus pick, so that's an ADC right there. Smolder's probably going to be either top or mid, but seeing how that top laner is kind of passive a little bit. Oh, yes, please. I love the GP. The GP, no matter what, is always going to be my favorite top laner because she's so OP regardless of any changes.
Yeah, Gangplank is very strong again. Another very strong champion right now. I would not doubt that they're going to lock that in. They just like dragging out the timer, it seems, down to 0. And the last pick here looks like it could be jungler.
Yeah, it has to be a jungler or it has to be a mid laner because Amumu is considered as a jungler too. But seeing how Amumu could also be support, it goes one way or another. So it either is a jungler or it could be a top laner. Or not top laner. I'm sorry, mid laner.
They could pick the Yuumi as well. So it's still on the board.
It can't be Yuumi. There we go. It's the middle of the ball. Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna be Galio top, I'd assume. Maybe
no, it's GP top. It's GP top.
Joe GP top. Mumu support. Galio mid. LeBlanc.
No, it's the Mumu
Galio jungle.
Excuse me, Coach T. You tripping for something? It's GP top. Mumu jungle. LeBlanc mid. Galio and Kaiser.
I am tripping. I will admit that. I just realized that.
Ooh. Looks like they're actually gonna go for the common.
Varus.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the common bot lane duo of Varus and Thresh. I actually like this combo because if Thresh can go for the Q and then along with Varus's ult and just also go for his empowered Q. Have you ever seen worlds where Gumayushi actually throw his empowered Q? That can happen too if you actually play really well with the bot lane duo.
Yep.
And with Jarvan and Smolder coming.
Yep. Yep. I agree completely. You know, Gumayushi definitely stole several barons away from Piosik there a few worlds ago with the empowered Q. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Seems, are we ready to roll on draft? I wonder if we are. Yumi gone Sag. Okay, that makes me sad. True. Are you there, my friend? Still. I think we lost your mic. Anyway, they're going to take a quick break between bathroom break, it seems. But this is our draft for game number 1 here. Taking a look at it, again, like you said, very common bot lane pick of Thresh. Varus. Oh, welcome back.
Sorry.
You're good,
I had a phone call. Sorry, but
you're good.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Varus and the Thresh combo. Like I said, with the worlds Gumayushi, Varus empowered Q. But looking at the Kai'Sa and Galio combo, the crit itself and the Galio can CC pretty well. But the only thing is Galio isn't much of a. Actually, they both could be damaged, but Galio deals more damage than the Thresh. Thresh can actually basically shield, so it makes it a matter of which is Kai'Sa gonna take more risk going inside using the killer using the what's it called.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah, Killer Instinct combo with the Galio's using his ultimate. Like, think about it. If Galio can use his ultimate along with Kai'Sa's Killer Instinct, that could actually be a really huge hit for his AoE. But if Varus actually knows and is very smart about it, can use his ult, can actually counter those with Thresh's ult and fear them, and that could be a heavy comeback for them. Like I said, it's fair game, but I honestly think if I had to say between these drafts, oh, please don't hit me for this. I'm gonna say UB will win this because it's the GP, the Amumu, Kai'Sa just also showing off like that, Galio also CCing, and just LeBlanc just being LeBlanc. You know, I just think that draft.
They have a very, very strong draft. I agree completely. They got the Wombo combo. It's available. They have the Cannon Barrage. They have the Curse of the Sad Mummy. They have the Heroic Entrance. They have so much AoE ultimates. And then you have high damage champions like LeBlanc and Kai'Sa to pair. It seems really, really good for Yummiversal. Mint not too far off of it. I think they're going for a little bit more damage threat than UB is. That's the only issue I can see from UB's draft is that they don't have. I mean, Gangplank, sure, LeBlanc, yeah, but I'm looking at Smolder, Jarvan, Varus, even Thresh, kinda, Zac also kinda. Also, wow, I'm just kind of realizing, isn't Mint GGEZ like pretty AD heavy here?
Yeah, pretty much so. And seeing how Smolder, like I said, it's Smolder and Zac. Jarvan, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to go jungle. It's a flex between Smolder and Zac. I either say it's mid or he goes to top. Smolder also goes top or mid. But in my seeing, it's probably Smolder mid, Zac top. And honestly, what I like about this draft though, about Mint GGEZ, is that their draft is counterplay. It's basically just using Zac as a way to just disengage and all that too. Smolder, if he farms really correctly like that, he can actually use his passive to use like an Elder Dragon kind of thing. Jarvan can't really do anything regardless. He is a really good engage as a jungler, but his damage can't really do much once he's facing a tank or whatnot. Actually, I might be wrong because I heard that Jarvan is a great tank destroyer, but I don't know. Varus, on the other hand, Thresh though, they're really good. Is a great pick, so I have to see from that.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely a good game, for sure. J4 the damage is there, but I do agree he does struggle a bit in the tanks. I mean, a lot of people struggle into tanks. There's a lot of champions that struggle into tanks, but I think that's not GP. True, but I think it's gonna be a race to engage. Who can find the better engage here? I think if Amumu finds the better engage, obviously, the game is won for Yumi. But if J4 can find a really good engage onto their backline before Yummiversal can react, I think they're going to really struggle in these fights.
Point in hand when it comes to level 1 farm, like for jungle, Jarvan wins faster. If a Mumu does come by hand, for engage like diving ganks and whatnot, then UB will win that for fights. But in terms of early game, I honestly need to see like the bot lane carrying like that too because it's Varus and Thresh. But on the other hand, a Mumu should focus more on GP because like I said, GP and Kai'Sa, those two, like as we saw for the last game, really heavily impacted their win for that. And so with Kai'Sa also, that's also a familiar champion for the ADC as usual because that was last game. But GP on the other hand, GP is absolutely a very cautious top laner because his orange can actually cleanse him from any CCs. His ultimate can actually do any damage from anywhere of the map. And last but not least, his passive. That's what I like about GP. He's an ultimate like all factor top laner.
Yep, there's a lot that he can offer. I agree completely. There's just so much that GP can offer to his team, and he's also like a really good at dueling, and he's got the range that he needs in the top lane as well to keep him kind of ahead. So I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm really excited. A well played GP is a good played GP and a really fun to watch. There's a lot of mechanics that go into that. As we get into actual draft here, so maybe we'll shine some light on some of these flex picks, and maybe we'll have roles.
And frankly, as I'm gonna probably say, it's definitely gonna be, as we saw from the order of the draft here, it's gonna be Smolder mid and Zac top. I think if it's GP versus Zac, that's actually that's actually that's actually kind of weird because Zac can't really do it against. He's a melee. He can't do anything efficient or rather productive for farming against GP. GP will just pull barrels or even use his Q to even snipe him regardless. And with Mumu is just CCing, that's gonna be a heavy thing for Zac to lose his passive and just for GP just going for anywhere he wants to just get Zac off his back.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Gangplank's gonna have definitely early. I think Gangplank's gonna have an advantage. But depending on where the lane state is when Zac hits 6, I think that'll help him a little bit, navigate onto the game GP. Because the one thing about GP is, GP isn't not very a mobile champion.
So he's not, yeah.
Once you're on top of him, he has to deal with you. He's not going to get away by running away. So I think that might
be why he can stand a tower. Yeah, like I said, that's why I think GP is an all-factor champion, all-factor top laner.
He thought about it. He thought about it.
Okay. Can we just of course they have to pull out the signature Yumi like that. Okay. But even that's what I've noticed about GP is when I mention an all factor, it means he's all factor. He can go either just go deep and just push, and he can go back under tower and stay the same because it's orange. And last but not least, his farming. His farming can actually help him a lot to clear minions. At the same time, I don't understand how this mechanics works, but his barrel also deals so much damage, just connecting barrels and just blowing it up like that. That's why I say he's an all-factor top laner. He's so well factored in all circumstances. That's why when I see just GP going deep, I need to see the Jarvan actually going for him and using that Cataclysm to trap him for Zac to jump on him and getting that shutdown or getting that gold off of him. And so he loses that farming. Regardless, I think inevitably GP will come back anyways to farm real hefty. But when it comes to early game...
Hold on a second. Something I just noticed. I'm sorry to interrupt, by the way. LeBlanc support. Galio mid LeBlanc support. Do you see that right now?
You know, it was funny. Back in the day...
That has to be a lane swap, right?
It has to be a lane swap, probably. But here's the thing. Hear me out.
Yeah,
back in the day, I used to play with a partner of mine playing Jin LeBlanc. The idea of a burst and going for a CC and going for LeBlanc using her W to burst with the AoE like that can actually impact a lot. But with Kai'Sa LeBlanc, That just seems it could either be a lane swap, so the Fang over Fang could be all going over mid. Who knows? It could actually be a out like a Giga play, like 500 IQ play, switching over the support to mid and the mid to support, or it could actually be where it is Galio mid and LeBlanc support.
Right, and honestly, this mid lane, regardless of who's in mid, I think is going to be interesting because, if Smolder's farming properly and using this passive, like you said, that buff he gets towards the end of the game with the Elder Dragon like ability, that'll be very dangerous in most team fights. So I'm very interested to see what's going on here in game number two. Any last thoughts before we send it to break while we wait out the rest of our spectator delay?
I'm just gonna say point of thumb, meaning like who gets advantage. GP over Zach, I think GP. Amumu Jarvan, it kind of goes hand in hand, but I honestly think Amumu will win this. When it comes to Galio, like I said, that's a different situation. Galio or Smolder, I think Smolder will win just his lane, especially if he plays very safe. Kaiser and Varus and LeBlanc over Thresh, it has to be like I said, Bears and Thresh. If he plays his empowering like correctly and doesn't end up getting shot by Kaiser so much, then he could use his door as a Q and Thresh can use his Q to CC. That could be heavily winnable in their favor.
Yeah, I agree completely. But we have a minute left in our spectator delay, so we're going to take a quick break here. So make sure you stay tuned for game number two as Yummiversal Income is up 1-0 on Mint GGEZ. See you soon. All right, we're back with game number two here of Universal Basic Income versus Mint GGEZ, and they're up 1-0. What a game. Again, nothing too crazy so far. You haven't missed anything in this early game, as it seems that we're just into a basic 5 point. It is, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say if we're actually looking at a.
Oh, oh, okay. I just realized. So, wait, LeBlanc. Oh, you're not trolling me. We mentioned before that LeBlanc is going to be either base support or actually lane swapping mid, and I call that as a 500 IQ. Also, Gallia going to teleport. Excuse me.
Yep. Yeah, Galio's teleport.
That means Galio. No, that means Galio is gonna be switching support probably. That's gonna. Wait, no. Wait, no, wait.
It
You're
is LeBlanc support.
this UB team is actually confusing my brain right. Oh, they're actually going mid with a teleport. Why? This is actually the most cringiest. But if they win this, then I'm surprised. Like this is the most cringiest lane swap ever to go for LeBlanc support.
I agree completely. I think this is a very interesting technique uh, we're seeing here tonight by Yummiversal. And I don't know if I like it, I'll be honest. I do not know if I like the LeBlanc support.
Wait, no, wait. I just realized Zach is going mid too. Smolder's top. What is this? What is this
What?
gameplay?
the the lane swaps are real.
Bro, why are we pulling off a freaking Worlds thing or whatever? Like, this is Western stuff, bro. Why can't we just play like Eastern people and just play regular? I'm just kidding. But, ah, Zach, Zach mid though. Oh, that was close though. But
Nice
Zach
hook though.
mid, that is against what is it called? Against Galio. Smolder will win that against even Galio, to be honest.
I think yeah, he's got a huge range advantage against him. But I think he's trying to even out that top lane as well because you don't want this GP to get too far out of hand. Um, so
That is true, actually.
so maybe that's the idea. Try to kind of mitigate losses in both these lanes here. Um, but very even. Both junglers are routed towards bot lane. Nice play there.
Oh,
Catches LeBlanc and procs the passive. But all around, just very, very slow game two here. Nothing too crazy. I mean, the craziness is LeBlanc would support Smolder and Zach. Oh, what a taunt! Could that be first blood? Fort Flashes is out. Galio is out of range. Wow. What a play. What a play in the mid lane.
it just doesn't seem so like real because again, Galio actually playing very safe is actually the smartest thing ever. And with Mumu actually going,
Oh. Mumu could be in a little troll. Bandage going to go a little bit wide there. They might be turning. Oh, onto the back line. Looks going to be wide. Nice bandage onto Just Beezy. First blood. Could go anyway. They're on the run. Just Beezy might be going down. That's an auto first blood. Onto Kaisa. Can he get a second one? Miracle Whip flashes away. And he gets back to safety. A Mumu barely surviving. That's first blood for Yummiversal by Skin Com.
I know we don't have a replay, but I just saw that. I hope you saw that too, guys. That Jarvan tried to flash, he failed to flash past that wall.
Yeah, it's such a shame. But ultimate didn't work out. Nice knock up here. Followed by the taunt. Can Galio finish the job this time? The answer is no. Again. Oh, here comes Kaisa. Oh. Oh, Maple steers up. Can he make it happen? Kill on the Fang would be huge. Nice. Shot does find the kill, but he's going to go down a second time. Or well, actually the first time he's going to go down to Kaisa bots. 2 kills on the Kaisa already. Ooh, the pull they're going to go a little bit wide for Zach. But again, this comes back to what we were talking about earlier. We need to contain this lane, and 2-0 Kaisa is not where we want to be if we're containing.
They're not learning a lesson. The fact that this Kaiser actually popped off even with the early game before. Or actually, I want to say the early game before, but then again, it was the Ash Tom Kench, but they actually popped out early game like that. But seeing how is the Ash again, Kaiser again, but this time it's very versus Thresh. They need to take more advantage and just abuse that bully Kaiser out, but they didn't. They just end up playing more passive, and that's what got them off. That's why Kaiser's getting a 2-0.
Yep, and Kaisa's already 10 CS up on Varus, and you hate to see a lead like that this early, or just under over 5 minutes. First dragon is going to be a Chemtech dragon. Interesting. It just means Cannon Barrage is going to... I don't know why he placed Cannon Barrage there. I have to assume that it was a fat finger.
Either that, or he's actually using that to actually far clear, so you can actually reset.
That's
and
actually...
seeing as
nice
it does teleport.
LeBlanc is able to W back to safety.
Oh yeah, actually, not gonna lie, since the fact that he actually hold up.
Nice root. It looks like we have a little bit of a gank here top lane. Sivak is going to be in a little bit of trouble. Nice ultimate just bounce is going to be popped. Can they get the kill? Jarvan's going to lance him. Can he get the kill? No, he walks out again. Swag flag going wide. Hook going to go wide there as well. A lot is being burned across the map for very little action.
I was gonna say the fact that the reason why GP uses all on against those minions, he's trying to reset the wave so it actually goes towards him and he
Yeah,
can still farm that. That's actually pretty smart. But just the other things in mind is the fact that the Galio had to flash, not flash, had to run away from that. Seems actually pretty safe as it is. So the UB team is actually playing very safe, knowing that if they actually counterplay like that, then they're gonna actually, like I said, it's like reverse psychology. They're trying to counterplay this counterplay team, and that's something that just seems very hard. But if they play it correctly, then they should be having a really good advantage here for Team UB.
yeah, I agree. Team UB starting off pretty strong here with just over a 2K or yeah, just over a 2K gold lead now in favor of the well under actually. Sorry, but doing a very good job. We're gonna have Jarvan taking up the Void Grubs. It's a little bit different from last time. Nice slingshot from Zach is gonna get
Oh,
taunted. Galio's gonna throw a bunch of stuff at the wall here and do some damage. Nice. Zach responding, and now it returns to a slap fight until cooldowns are off.
and we all know Zach is pretty tanky for his health. But look at the damage. Galio is still yeah, exactly. Galio is still beating him with everything that he has in his ability kit, and along with is that LeBlanc. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, they're gonna practice the pack or bleh. They're gonna proc the Zach passive, and it isn't gonna save him, and that's gonna be a first kill there for Galio in the mid lane.
And like I said before, that's the reason why people should be aware of just Galio of him being either AP tank, AP excuse me, I can't say that. AP tank or AP I just call it Bruce as it is, but Zach, he's going with the goodness, I can't figure out the names as we go by. The
Which
the rune.
oh, is Rune? I have no idea off the top of my head. Uh, Grasp.
Grasp, yeah, grasp.
Oof. Galio could be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to pop the taunt, and he's going to choose to back in Cannon Barrage onto this turret here. He's going to flash in! And Mom doesn't even have a chance to heal him before he goes down.
Nope, just GP doing GP things. That's literally the meme of also of all things too. GP doing GP things.
Yar. He takes what he wants because he's a pirate. But, ooh, nice play there. Could be catching him out. He's not going to go down. Jeff God Gamer going to find yet another kill in the bot lane as this LeBlanc support surprisingly working out.
And like I
Without
said
the
before,
replicate, too.
and like I said, that's why LeBlanc support is so nice because you can instantly link back. You can actually dive towards someone else too. It's one way or another, but if you get caught by as a LeBlanc too, then that's also another way. But seeing how they actually push in for Kaiser to because she's so fed, that's what makes LeBlanc so powerful as a support.
Yep. She's been doing a really good job. She's just picking up the Mimic now, which is going to make her even stronger. Um, and Jarvan's going to get found out bot lane here. We have 4 people bot on the bot side of this map. And they might be looking to do something here in bot lane as GP is going to continue. So much damage that the Maple Syrup is going to pop the Chain of Corruption. Chain of Corruption is going to get the kill. And Kaisa's now going to get caught out by so many. Really well played. Oh, okay, GP.
Nope.
He's gonna go down, but really well played there from Mint GGEZ, finding 2 kills across this map or 3 kills across the map. Sorry, and really executing in the bot lane there. It was I feel like they brought quite a few people to that fight, and I don't know if it was really what you wanted.
Oh,
And now Mumu's bot lane. He's got the second bandage too, so Thresh is really gonna struggle here.
huh?
He's gonna drop the box, but
What?
I don't know if that was worth it. I'll be real.
I would say if you end up dying, you should just end up not using ult. Like, I think he just fat fingered that also out of fear because he was like, oh maybe if I actually press ult, maybe I could save myself. It was a good try, but frankly, I could if I would die, I would just die not using ult either way.
Yeah, hang on to that box. The box is so good. Nice slingshot out of death range. As LeBlanc making another appearance mid lane. I think that's actually a really good concept as well as using LeBlanc as a roaming support. And Just
Ooh.
Balance is forced out. Amumu tanking turret there for a second. I don't think that's what he really wanted to do. J4 Cataclysm straight on the Cannon Barrage. However, Cannon Barrage is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Can it kill? Yes, it can. Now it's up to Smolder to finish the job. He's in the heart of Cannon Barrage, and he's able to do it. They're able to get one, but they trade Jarvan for it. Really well played there from Gangplank, being able to find one on his way out.
And even so, if you saw, this is how you can tell this is top difference. Oh, hang on.
Support.
Nope, never mind.
either that was either the biggest fake of a lifetime, or LeBlanc disconnected there for a second.
But I would say the way GB moved dodge Smolder's ult, and then seeing how LeBlanc had to step in and almost just killed the Smolder right there makes it all more of a difference because, like I said, LeBlanc is a roaming champion, either mid or in support, and seeing how just everything as it is just everything as it is for LeBlanc. Oh no!
Yeah, Zach is gonna be done for as Curse of the Sad Mummy is gonna lock him in place before he can slingshot to safety.
Oh
However,
no!
GP again on the menu, and that's another kill in the top lane. GP is gonna be shut down again. Really well done there from GGEZ, finding those kills, doing what they can to buy back, and they've got Gangplank on Gray Screen Simulator as it seems.
This goes for both ways. GP's 3-3. He's fine as it is, but now he picked up the Trinity Force. But one thing I don't like how GP was doing is that he went too deep. He went under where he is blind under all vision like that. So seeing there could be the jungler right there, which there was Jarvan with the Cataclysm. That's what makes GP vulnerable.
Yep. It seems like they're going to set up for this dragon here right off spawn here. Amumu's already on top of it. They don't know LeBlanc is in the bush here. Again, really good damage. The root's going to land. Box is going to be popped. Teleports are coming down, though. Can they get away? Hero's entrance is going to drop onto Kaisa. Keeps her alive. Amumu's there as well without Curse of the Sad Mummy. Here comes Zach, though. It's going to be on the run for Yummiversal. A Sivlock is going to be locked between 4 people. There's no way he's going to get out. And again, a really well played from Mint. GGEZ's mom does hit. I don't think it doesn't kill, though, unfortunately.
Did it actually hit Kaiser? I
Yeah,
don't know why.
it
I don't know
barely.
why Smolder pulled it. Oh, I don't know why Smolder pulled it. Oh, but at least it gave him the Ocean Drake. But that was
There-
actually a really good. That was actually really good engage. But at what cost? Look at the GP right now at the top lane. He gained 3 plates.
Yeah, exactly. And that, they're able to pick up the second dragon, and they're putting it on soul. It is a cloud soul this time. Zach is top lane now.
Oh, there it is.
Just bounce gonna be popped. Does he? He doesn't have the cannon barrage though. But yeah, Zach is able to stall for the time being. Here comes Zach again. I don't know if that was a good
Oh
idea.
my god, the timing.
Wow, he is able to stop the wave there, give time for Thresh and Smolder to show up here. Gangplank is might be a little bit caught out without the cannon barrage. Miracle Whip might be in a little bit of trouble. GP.
Ooh,
nice return fire. He flashes in. That's another first tower for Yummiversal. But this Gangplank, bold, man. The flash Cataclysm straight onto him. I don't know if he can get out here. The damage isn't that great. Smolder's here as well. Yeah, that's it. Again, that's another kill on this Smolder. 4 and 2. You don't really want to see it. Zach in a little bit of trouble, though. Not able to die, though. Wow. Across this map fighting. I love it. So much action.
But in result, though, 3K gold lead for Team UB, and here's my opinion. Gold is what matters, but in order to get gold, you need to get kills also. But at the same time, obviously CS is what matters too. But you have to get kills also in order to make a profit for your gold lead. And if you think about it, more gold, more items. That's common sense. And with them having a 3K gold lead, if you put in an average, the 3K gold lead split among 5 is 600 gold each. That's actually a pretty good amount to get one basic item, tier 1 item. That could be a huge head start for them to actually build their items as we go by. Team UB, as I'm seeing with the GP and Amumu, it actually helps a lot for them because if GP actually farms really well, even though he's a little bit behind, he's 3 and 4, and as we see right there, look at that. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, really well done there from GP there, opening up that fight. And Kaisa almost going down onto the Empower Q. Onto the backline goes Amumu, though. Hero's entrance is going to keep him safe. Huge ultimate from Amumu. Locks both of them. Here comes Mom. Mom goes a little bit wide. Cannon Barrage is going to lock off the rest of this fight, and another one is found. Zach onto the backline, though, is going to proc the passive. Yeah, it's nothing. However, they're all really low. Smolder and Varus and Thresh. Thresh now just respawning, though. Can still fight this, I think. They just got to play it a little bit right. Over the wall goes Amumu, though. A little bit of a wide bandage. But a little bit of interesting decision there. Almost kills himself. And Smolder just decides to back off. And they give Herald to Yummiversal.
Once again, if you saw the GP actually dealing like 10% or whatever the health right there, and look at that LeBlanc. Oh, that was close.
Yeah,
Oh,
support. Oh, can he get out? No, he won't. Yeah, Kais is gonna lock that down, and now Thresh has to make a decision. Who is he gonna give the kill to? And he just gives this to Amumu. I would have liked to seen it get on to Kaisa because I mean Kaisa is 7-1.
uh-oh.
She doesn't really need it.
Here comes
Uh,
GP. GP doing GP. Oh, never mind. Okay, I want to say GP doing GP things, but again, just oh my goodness, people don't listen. When people actually pick their favorite champions, especially the Kaiser, we saw last game that the Kaiser, the ADC, proc so much from the Kaiser itself, and
yeah. Oh, the kill
ooh,
and the flash. That is so good for Smolder there. Again, Smolder looking pretty dang good here with sitting at 5-2. Even though Gangplank is 3-4, he's still doing quite a bit though. So it'll be interesting to see later on how that affects things.
And I'm gonna say before about the Kaiser versus the Bears thing. You can't really beat someone if you know like that person is basically like too good. Like that Kaiser played what is it, 12-5 for that last game. Now look at this, 7-1 for this game versus Varus 4-2. You can't really beat that Kaiser. Then you gotta play safe, otherwise you get caught. But even so, oh, people don't listen.
Here we go. Slingshot is going to try to find GP here. He's going to go under tower there, take a shot. But again, nothing to come of it as GP is able to remain under tower and stay safe. But it looks like the attention has turned towards this mid lane here as Kaiser and Mr. Gallia walking up here. LeBlanc saying hello to Smolder there. And with J4 here, I don't know if I like this. Yeah, there's no way. Mom
Did
is
I
going to
just
be dropped.
did I just saw Smolder actually using his Elder Dragon proc thing or whatever, his passive?
Does he have it?
It
I don't
looked
know if
like it. I'm
Smolder
not
have
sure.
it.
I thought I saw it.
I don't know. I think yeah, he does. He's got over 125.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that now oh.
That damage is real. Kaisa's in a little bit of trouble here. She's caught on the wrong side of the hatchet here. That's bounce. Oh my god, flag and drag doing some good damage there. As Smolder remains top lane, actually teleported top lane to stop this GP, and they're gonna take this dragon. And they even out the kill score, but the gold lead is still in favor of Yummiversal. Oh, what a hook by LeBlanc! They have secure it. LeBlanc goes over the wall a little bit late, and
Oh
she's
no
gonna pay with her
way!
life. Yeah, there's just nothing she could have done. Or well, she could have just stayed out of it, but you know.
No, it was actually inevitable. As soon as she procced out, she couldn't do another W if you think about it, and because Jarvan literally just timed that perfectly with his flag and drag, and absolutely like stopped her from from trying to escape that. So that was actually really perfect timing for Jarvan.
Yep, really good job from Jarvan locking down that dragon. As now Mumu's taking his jungle camps, and GP seems to be the next one on the budget. What do they do? I mean, it's still pretty even. They got a really fed Smolder, and that's what I don't like to see if I'm the side of Yummiversal.
But
Sack is
then
opting back off here.
But then here's the thing: you also got a pretty much a set GP, a actual in the lead, a Mumu, and you know how you know how strong a Mumu can get with his AP damage. And
No, oh,
never mind.
little bit of a awkward moment there. Things are gonna
but
go wide.
but as I want to say, GP, a Mumu, and the Kaiser with the 7-2. You saw how the ADC is absolutely like pro at Kaiser, and there's a catch.
Yep, Banner's gonna go in here. He's gonna drop the box cannon barrage as well. He's gonna continue the fight though. Can he get Curse of the Sad Mummy? He can't. Galio's here now though. Oh, this is so bad. It's so torn. They don't have the damage, and that's their front line gone. And LeBlanc and Kaiser have to run away now. I don't know if Kaiser's gonna be able to get away as Cataclysm is gonna be. What just happened there? Did she cleanse it? And just BZ goes down. He's not able to get the kill. What just happened?
You saw as I did, right? Kaiser just went through that
She just walked right through it.
We're gonna if anyone can clip that, we're gonna need to see that. Like
Somebody,
that was actually a really weird thing to see because Kaiser just even we both saw that Kaiser going through the cataclysm like that, or maybe because it was can her invisibility actually go through walls at the perfect time?
Maybe I never seen it done. That is really interesting. Uh, well, like Kais is able to get alive and get out alive, and Jarvan pays with his life there. It just seemed really unfortunate. I really don't know what happened. Did she? It looked like she just kind of pressed barrier and walked through it. But it doesn't seem like any of the players are too bothered by it. So maybe it was just a client thing that we saw. Who
Or
knows?
maybe the fact that it was just perfect timing. She actually got popped out of the ult. That can actually happen too. But either way, but seeing how Kaiser survived and all that too makes it much worse for for Team Mint GGEZ because they don't have. I mean, Kaiser doesn't really have shutdown gold, but they really need that shutdown at ADC in order to push further on lane.
Yes, I agree completely. You know, they really wanted that kill. They didn't get it, and you lose your jungler because of it too. And that kind of sucks if you're GGEZ here. Dragon spawning within a minute and a half ish here.
They're pinging
So
Baron.
is it? Are we gonna see another illegal Baron play?
Nope, they know. They like it because they saw the ward.
That is so funny. The last game I didn't expect that at all. I don't know why they were just like, yes, let us. Oh, hello, Amumu. Turn on your screen. There's a whole team there. Box is going to keep him locked down. Mom is going to drop as well. Bandage to try to get out of the fight. Followed up by Curse of the Sad Mummy. Again, that is one of those questionable things where it's like, you're going to lose the fight. Why pop the ulti? But now
I honestly thought that was a good ult. That was a 3-man ult. If I started, so oh, there we go. See,
but it's just, where was the follow up? Their team was just kind of out of the fight already, and it just
that
didn't
is true.
seem.
But then again, LeBlanc and Kaiser is especially Kaiser's so fed. Like Kaiser could literally just, and as we saw from the multiple outplays, Kaiser dodged everything. So Kaiser could have just maybe played a little risky game of cat and mouse.
Ooh, nice right there from LeBlanc. Kaisa did stop Vara's back with her W. So they're gonna just hold off all these backs. Teleport in. Smolder's gonna try to hold turret. It's not gonna work, but wow, the damage is there though, and he's got the passive, which really helps.
It looks like he has void. What is it called? Void breaker or something like that. I forgot what it's called.
The
Galio.
Void Axe or Heart
Oh,
or
no,
Galio.
Galio.
Oh, Riftmaker.
Rift Maker, yeah, and that one actually is a pretty good item for him, and especially I forgot what the other one is, but that second item is
Hollow
absolutely
Radiance.
really yeah. That second item is absolutely really good for Galio because his passive deals a lot of damage like that with the burst. So makes his minions lower and use that with the passive of that what you call it, the second item, that can actually clear faster, and that allows for them to go for objectives faster. Something like what Team GGEZ is doing. Oh,
Looks like we have a little bit of a fight here in the top lane here. They do get the dragon before Yummiversal Income can do anything about it, and that is a soul point for our Mint GGEZ team. However, will they even get to a soul point is the question, as the base is now being crashed down, and they may be looking for either a Baron angle or what. But again, even with being two dragons up, you're looking at just over a 3K gold lead in favor of Yummiversal. It's not looking very friendly. You've got to rely on this on your damage threats here. They're going to go in on GP, or GP is going to turn. No, so much damage. However, Hero's Entrance is going to save for now. Clone is barely going to flip. Kaisa's onto the back line. He's going to find one. J4 doing what he can. So much damage, though, from the Smolder, as this is not looking good for Yummiversal, and Yummiversal is going to have to cut their losses. Over the wall, though. The ulti. They're going to come a kill. Smolder's able to survive. GP can't get back in time. Miracle Whips is going to be taken low. The orange going to heal. Oh, slingshot.
Dodge.
Oh, he tried to dodge the flag and drag, but it's not going to happen. And Kaisa's going to crash this turret mid lane.
Oh god, please. Oh, okay, barely. Okay, never mind.
She does live barely, but objectively speaking, Mint GGEZ looking very, very strong, but it's just they don't have the objectives, or they don't have like the towers to prove it. The structures.
Honestly, I think they're fine. The fact that they're actually kind of playing with they're prioritizing around Smolder. And look at Smolder, he's 7-2 now. That's gonna be their win condition. They see that. So they're gonna need to prioritize around Smolder, and look, they're getting Baron as we speak.
Yep, and honestly, they're gonna be able to turn and burn this really fast. They do know they're on. Teleport's coming down.
TP?
Galio's going to be spotted, though.
Oh, that's
Galio's is
W.
really
Oh,
bad. He doesn't have teammates, but it pulls him off.
bomb.
Yeah, it pulls him off of the Baron, and now they really don't have. They're going to back off.
Wait, no. I think
What?
no. I mean, they're just trying to play safe. They're not gonna risk anything as they go by. Because remember the last time as they tried to team fight,
Yeah.
although Smolder is kind of full health, but then again they lost everything within that Baron play. So they tried to play a little more safer. So that's understandable. And with Mumu, he still has his ult ready soon. So I believe so. Yeah, he's almost has his ult ready. So that's something they should be cautious about since they don't know what the timer is gonna be.
Right. That is fair actually. Mumu is roaming nearby here. So they're gonna play a little bit of safe. They're gonna back off. They look so good, and they're playing so well during these fights. And honestly, I just think that Mint just needs to commit to a fight and really fight it out. They need to take their advantage and try to push as hard as they can. Because right now, as they're speaking, they're losing their gold lead as it goes back in favor of Yummiversal. Zach is in a little bit of an awkward spot here, though his team is there to help. Dragon spawning in a minute 40. I don't know. They're setting up for us right now, trying to stay ahead of the curve. J4 is going to be located. It's hard to tell which one of these teams is going to come out on top of the next fight. I mean, it just looks so good for Mint and GGEZ right now. But again, Yummiversal is still on top of this gold lead here, still having a pretty healthy gold lead against this team. So it really is anyone's ball game. I just think it's, like I said, it's back to who finds the better engage, who finds, if they find a pick, that's huge as well. Like, who's in the right point in time or right space and time to win this game is the question. And they're looking towards Baron yet again.
It looks like it's gonna be. Looks like I was gonna say it looks like it's gonna be the Baron play. Actually, that's what determines if they win this fight. Oh, actually, it looks like they're not actually. Oh,
Kaisa going in. I don't know how to feel about that one. Hero's entrance is going to go. They're going to go straight on to Varus. Varus can get out. Nice healing. Followed up by huge amounts of damage, but it's not a lot as they're going to really, I don't know if sending Kaisa in is your call. And Yummiversal there looking at a desperation play when there is no desperation. GP, though, in a good spot here. Oh, Mumu. Nice stun, but it's another execute. Wow, what a fight for Mint GGEZ, but I just think it's why did Kaisa do that?
I think that honestly, I would say because they're so far ahead that they think they can actually play something and just get away with it. But the fact that they actually lost big on that's what makes it turnover. And oh my god, this is what we call a choking matter.
Yeah, it definitely they definitely had a good lead here.
Long.
And they're kind of isn't gonna pull her over the wall just yet.
Ooh.
She tried to steal. She's not gonna get. That's Cloud Soul for the side of Mint GGEZ, and they're looking very healthy for a game number 3 here.
Oh man, this is the kind of gameplay though, but at the same time, like I kind of want to see UB actually seeing this mistake and actually using it as their way to actually fix it. And here's the thing, I want to say this and with a clear like explanation. I want to see like the top laner actually popping off. Maybe DP is the right choice, and Kaiser is the most ooh, okay, that was actually
what a nice lantern.
Anyways, but
Mumu is in there like swimwear. Ooh, but he's gonna get spot to press R here. They're gonna back up here. We go. Teleports are coming down for R. One goes down. He hasn't pressed the R yet. He goes down very fast. Mom is gonna go do so much damage. Here, and LeBlanc just jumps into that fight. It is so bad for Yummiversal. And now comes the Baron play. Kaisa's on the run. Can she get out is the question. The answer is she does find him. Oh! And Smolder is just the answer to the prayers of Mint GGEZ, as now they're going to pick up this Baron, and they pick up a perfect ace here. 0 for 5. And honestly, if I'm Universal, we're looking at a game 3. We're like, this is not in a really good spot to come back from. It's going to be difficult for you to come back from this, but I mean, I just don't know what they can do.
I mean, it's a good draft for coming out of them too. But here's the thing: if they were to go for game 3, my recommendation, like I said, if the GP is actually playing a little safe like that and going aggressive, I would personally play like again at Laui. But this since Laui is banned, hopefully if that Laui is still banned, I personally want to say this: go for Garen or
Yep.
Darius, because if you're actually gonna play like that aggressively and with a good engaged jungler like
Yeah,
that, I would personally have to go for Darius so you can go for that execute of the guillotine. And like I said, knowing the top laner right now, that person it could really be will be the best aggressive top laner. And seeing how
yeah,
everything else is going ham wise as we go, yeah, I see how everything just goes right out as soon as Smolder gets so OP. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Darius can actually at least make a comeback to make sure anyone else bleeds right after and they also die. So maybe next game I want to see them play like a Darius and maybe an engaged jungler, maybe something like uh maybe like a Maokai or maybe a Mumu again, and see where they can go from there. I'm just saying in my own personal experience, seeing that how Darius can actually just counter so hard. But early game he will be weak, but just later on in the game when he gets so fed up, he would absolutely be the most powerful top laner to actually like execute.
I agree. That'll be very interesting to see if we can see that in the game 3. GP just not really the answer as 3 inhibitors are taken. That's
Ooh,
uh, double minions coming in for the side of Mint GGEZ. Yummiversal looking very strong at the beginning of this game, but now looking at just under a 10k gold deficit. It's really rough if you're Yummiversal basic income. UB is just needs to find some sort of answer, and right now it's just not looking good. Like, is
this
there even an answer? You've lost all 3 inhibs. You have 2 Nexus towers down, or you have 2 Nexus towers left, and that's it. All your other towers are gone. All objectives are gone. And now it's just an ARAM as they're going to run it down mid here. They're going to look after Kaisa here. And, I mean, Amumu not in a bad spot, but if he gets caught out, oh, they're going to opt away from him.
it looks like they're gonna end the game though.
Here comes the last fight. Cannon Barrage is going to be dropped trying to stop this push here. Amumu is not a great spot here to press Arya. Here he goes! Huge 4-person ultimate. Can they end the fight? Huge ultimate across Hero. This 6 could go good
No,
for
it's
Universal.
Smolder.
Oh, it's so
It's
close.
It's Smolder.
But Smolder is too strong. And what a good fight from Yummiversal. As, now we push into a game 3.
Oh man, you know how that's that GP doing GP things. Now Smolder doing Smolder things. God dang.
Yeah, it's so hard to talk about this one for Yummiversal because Yummiversal really did struggle a little bit towards the end there. They were unable to finish it out, and you really hate to see it, but it is what it is. And you gotta move on to the next thing. Cut your losses of game number 2 here, and really, ultimately, just do what you can to come back in this game 2 here. So I don't know. There isn't too much to say with this one, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Any final thoughts before we send her away?
Prioritize the top laner and give him actually a pretty decent like engaged top laner with damage. Like for example Darius, like I said, GP actually he did really well, especially he tried to flank and what was it, Smolder I believe, and he absolutely like he actually managed to protect his lane like that. So maybe give him like someone to actually use to actually engage with damage, maybe like a Renekton, maybe like a Darius. Maybe like a Mordekaiser if you can actually use him to like block off any weak laners like Smolder. Like if Smolder does get picked, that Mordekaiser can just pick on him and then just try to get within his arena and just kill him as we go by. That could be a win factor for them. Just give something to the top laner, a good champion that could use damage in a way.
Yeah, I agree. I just find that top lane that he got contained. the long short of it is he
Oh.
got contained.
And maybe the ADC too. The ADC is absolutely like carrying also. So maybe skip something like a really hard damage ADC for the ADC player also.
Yeah, I don't know, but we're gonna send it to a quick break here as we take a break from the series of Yummiversal versus Mint GGEZ, as it's 1-1 as we head into our game 3. So you stay tuned. We're in for a good one, folks. So stay tuned, and we'll see you shortly. All right, welcome back here to game number 3. 1-1, Yubi versus I already forgot their name. Mint GGEZ. Yeah, Mint, doing a very good job in that last game. Coming back, just honestly.
No, they beat the Kai'Sa.
Kai'Sa's gone, and it's
for the Jin.
Jin is gonna be banned.
Oh no, not the Ashe. Oh, the Ashe. Oh god. Ooh, but they're going for the Furrier duo, the Ashe and Braum.
Freljord duo, a very well-known duo as well.
Wait, are they gonna go for the Jin LeBlanc? Is it gonna be the Jin LeBlanc? I swear, I want to see the Jin LeBlanc, please.
I mean, the LeBlanc didn't look too bad. Oh, it's Rakan.
No, don't pick
Rakan.
Come
Jin?
on, come on. Don't make it boring. Don't make it boring, please. Make it spicy. Be a spicy pick. Come on. Either Nautilus too. I would personally pick a Nautilus for this one. Okay, let's see the pick Rakan.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say because the whole point of Rakan isn't really good fit for Jin because Rakan can't really do anything when Jin does not have any bullets, and Rakan can't really help him use that CC to actually keep them still. Because think about it, Rakan only pokes. He can W with the AOE, but that's basically pretty much an engage. He can go back his E, but that's something that can't really help Jin in a way in the matter. Using his R, it's using a charm like Ari's, as we see, but it's something that's not really useful for Jin to basically proc. It
Yeah,
has to be.
yeah. Ooh, you be picking up Annie yet again. Personally, I'm a Rakan one trick. I play a lot of Rakan, and Rakan not that great this season. He really isn't. I like him a lot, and he's a fun champion, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Rakan with Jin. I think there's just better pairings. I like personally, I'm a big fan of like Maokai Jin. I'm also a big fan of like Morgana Jin as well. I like you said, I like champions that really lock down whoever they're hitting their CC on, so it makes Jin's life easier. And I agree completely. But Rakan R definitely could work out here for Mint. Um,
Well, Orcon R is a big factor because if you miss your ult along with the W, that could be a really bad use of your ult, anyways. And seeing how everything is all banned, the Lao is up also.
Alawi's up. Udyr is also up as well. They
Nope,
banned
Udyr is
it.
banned. Nope,
Is
Udyr is
Udyr
banned.
banned? What did they leave up?
Right there on the bottom right.
Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, I was trying to figure out. I was like, what changed between these three drafts? J4 is going to be picked up for UB, and they're going to give their counter pick to their top laner. It seems. And Lee Sin
Oh, it's
is the
Lee
answer.
Sin.
Are we going to
Okay.
see some insect weaving tonight? Possibly.
I'm seeing how it is Lee Sin. He's probably gonna go for a lethality Lee Sin, or just going for like you just mentioned an insect Lee Sin, just to go for just to proc the either he has to proc the other the squishies, which is Annie or Ash, or he's gonna proc the jungler because he needs to proc where the jungler if the jungler is dead, then there's no objective securing. And with that, they're picking Dr. Mundo. Oh, this could be a Darius pick. Please, Darius, please go for a Darius pick. This is a really good Darius pick if you actually go for Mundo, please.
Yeah, I see a lot of weak individuals on the side of Mint.
Oh, it's
Alawi
Lally
though,
again. It's Lally again.
and this comes back to it is, will Mint be able to shut down the Alawi? That is the question. Um, you know, I just don't know. We definitely. I mean, it's literally a run it back of game one. We got Dr. Mundo versus Alawi, and we saw how that went game one. And if Jaffe continues to push in this top lane like he did last time, uh, I don't see this going Dr. Mundo's way. Dr. Mundo was really useful towards the later game, but I mean, Alawi was just more useful, and it really proved in that first round win for Hubie. So,
But here's something different. The fact that their junglers change. Back then it was Nocturne, and I believe it was someone else. So with that in mind, but here's the best thing about UB's comp. The Cataclysm and Annie's using her bear. That's actually a huge pop. That's actually a huge pop up. But here's the hard part: is Lee Sin who can actually W his way out, and Ori who can also ult her way out. Rakan can also W his way out. Jin pretty much dead because he can't really do anything. Mundo has passes, so no matter what, if he gets hit, he can just stand still regardless and not get stunned either way. So it's all up to where they had the time to get into Jin, and they get the Jin with the Annie and Jarvan. That would be great. They don't have no ADC, they have no burst. Ash can actually CC like I said, and use that crystal arrow to actually proc. If they actually do it right, that Ash and Braum can actually poke Jin really well. But like I said, if Jin can actually take the engage with the Rakan using his Q to poke and Jin uses his W, that'll be an absolute fire for Jin because his burst with the force shot with crit can actually help him a lot and win him the game. This is absolutely this is something that I really want to see the ADCs come forward and be a little more aggressive because Jin he needs to be a little more careful. But as soon as he gets that fourth, he needs to go right away. He needs to actually take that chance, maybe so.
yeah, and you know what? Jin is actually a little less. I mean, Jin is a lot more mobile a champion than some people realize. When he gets his passive, when he crits, he gets a burst of movement speed, and honestly, he can get pretty fast.
No,
He
that's
can
what I'm
be
saying. That's what I'm saying. Every time I want to see that crit go up, then he actually moves really fast. That's something that Ash needs to stop him for, and along with Braum. and that's something that the whole team should be aware of. Because if they get hit by the Rakan too, that'll be great for Jin to actually proc his fourth, which is the crit. And then you have a lot of CCs, which is the Insect Lee Sin. You have the Ari Charming and Dr. Mundo just doing Dr. Mundo things, just healing as it is. So something from the Mint side, from the team Mint side, has to rely upon whether or not these CCs actually connect. So Rakan actually connect, Ari connect, or Lee Sin connect. And Jin needs to follow up, and Dr. Muno needs to just be at the front line. Meanwhile, Ash and Braum can actually heavily in their favor because they're both CC champions. Annie can also CC because of her abilities along with her ult. Jarvan pretty much can just knock up using his Q and E abilities and using the Cataclysm to actually just secure people in. But like I said before, that Lee Sin and that Ari, that Rakan can just move out. Lilawi is the only chance to actually win in the game too. So everything's free game, but mostly I just give it to UB side for drafting if they can manage to just abuse Jin as they go by.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think it's a game of spacing here. I think whatever AD carries the most safe is going to be the AD carry that pushes us over. But I mean, if Alawi is allowed to walk into their backline like she was last time in game number 1, it's over. There's no shot that they're going to be able to defend that. But if they actually work towards their backline, they keep Alawi into the front line, they try to peel off their backline, I think they're going to have a lot more success this game. But it all really comes down to the peel of their AD carries. I do like the J4 and on UB. They have a lot of wombo capability. They have a lot of AoE as well, and Ash as well, being able to pick out someone and say, hey, you can't move for a while. That'll be pretty critical. But if this Lee Sin any good, also could be pretty awesome. Be able to lock down some fights and insect weave, or even land like a really nice dragon kick. It'll be something.
Here's what you mentioned. Here's what you mentioned about the insect kick. If here's the bad part too. If Lee Sin also insects Ilaoi into the team, then that could be an matter, Because remember last time that Ilaoi pulled her ult, the damage starts spreading. So I think Lee Sin has to be very cautious when it comes to Ilaoi now. So I think Lee Sin is a good choice to pick, but here's the thing: if Ilaoi knows that and use that as an advantage to actually frontline and just block Lee Sin, just kind of like body block, that'll be a huge no-no for
Seems you
Team
left your
Mint.
brave pants at home.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that Mint has been kind of struggling with is target selection, and I agree with that completely. It seems like they might struggle a little bit with pulling in the wrong champion or hooking the wrong champion, or going after the wrong target. And if this Mint Lee Sin does struggle and finds himself in that pickle where he's accidentally insecting the Alawi into his team, they should just fire him. I think he's gonna have to make sure he's picking and choosing his targets correctly. And yeah, like you said, it's all about target selection here. Just don't kick the Alawi into your team.
On the other hand, you can actually use Lee Sin to kick both the Ilaoi away. That's something else that can work too. So using that Lee Sin kick to disengage. That's something I hope the jungler will also know that, because I've seen the jungler actually trying to be a little bit too aggressive when it comes to like picking like certain things like Jarvan, or even I believe it was Nocturne. But seeing how he actually played a little bit well on that. Oh, it was Nocturne on the UB side. But even so, the fact that Lee Sin from Mint's side actually does really well when it comes to like just dropping off the kick, dropping off like the Jarvan and using that kind of lesson to secure, is what makes him the best. Like it was what makes him one of the kind of the better junglers to actually use for aggressiveness. And stop picking the Yumi and the LeBlanc, please.
Dude, they're harassing us. They know too much. Honestly, I still do like UB's draft more here. I think they have a lot more.
Alawi.
Alawi, J4, Braum. They just have so much frontline potential. Like you said, Rakan is a poke champion. Rakan likes to go in and get out as quick as possible. And he can be very slippery. But there's not terribly a lot of frontline, and there's a lot of squishy champions on the side of Mint. So it's going to be a difficult one to call, but ultimately, it really could go anyway, especially if Mint keeps on playing like they were playing last game.
Uh, Early game they played really well because they gathered. So one thing that they should also consider about is who they should prioritize that kill two, which is basically Jin, because that Jin and Ori too. But that Jin is what matters too because that fourth one crit can actually really poach off a lot of health off any squishies, Annie, Ash, even to this point, even Braum. Because Braum, although he is having the shield that he has, can even if he doesn't have it, can actually hurt him so much. So prioritize around the Jin. You get Ari on farming as it is, and just build her items to for AP like really heavy AP damage, and uh more like trying to keep the Rakan more healing items as it is, so Jin can stay alive. One thing I want to see from Yubi though is, yeah, Ilawi obviously prioritize, but at the same time, abuse that. Jarvan should go right to top permanently and just hinder Dr. Mundo's passive, break out that passive of his, the spill shoot or whatever, and allow Ilawi to just abuse Dr. Mundo like she did last game, or game one.
Yeah, they have to do something about this Alawi fast and early. Try to keep her out of these fights in the late game. But there's only so much you can do. Alawi is going to get to the point where she's going to be super strong one way or another. It's just you have to try as hard as you can to keep her out of this game. Stay ahead of the ball. Keep your Mundo in a spot where you can 1v1 the Alawi and never give Alawi the advantage, because if she has it, Alawi is just going to steamroll your team. And, that's just something you got to live with, right?
Yep, and seeing how we saw in game one, Alawi popped off, but it looks like UB actually stealing the Jarvan, which won Mint game two, is something I want to see. Is UB's jungler the better Jarvan than game two?
I guess we're gonna have to see. So make sure you stay tuned for game number 3 here as UV versus Mint, and they're at 1-1 or 1-1. Sorry, this is it. This is the final moments of this game. So make sure you stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one. It's been back and forth all night. I'm excited. I know you're excited as well. So make sure you stay tuned as we're gonna take a quick break here, and we'll see you soon. looks like we are back in the game here. Game number 3. And it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a crazy game number 3. We got an invade. He's going to get spotted out right away. There is nothing they can do. They're going to be forced out of this. Lots of pings. They're going to go back to where they came from. And they're backing out here.
Oh, they're also going for, they're doing 500 IQ. They saw that and they're going to go for the invade also.
Oh, if Alawi didn't see this. They're backing off.
No, they're crossing on her.
Uh-oh. I don't think Alawi's going to go through that, so. Oh.
She saw it yet. And there's a hit. Oh, there's a kick too. Oh, there's a, what's it called?
The Sonic, I think it's called Sonic Wave or something like that.
Sonic Wave. Oh no!
What?
It's a lane swap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and look at J4 starting. They're doing a cross map or a cross jungle or whatever. A vertical jungle, sorry. Interesting. Okay, so interesting.
Oh my gosh. They're actually going for the cringe play like that. No way. Okay, that's a miss. But I swear, that's something that I hate so much. To see a lane swap with the ADC on the top laner with level 1, that is absolutely horrifying. But seeing how Mundo is throwing the butcher knives and missing it, that's kind of relieving.
Yeah. Rakan, not sure what he's up to. He's just meleeing the Jarvan for her.
Oh, there's a catch.
Yeah, they're going to get that popped. Wow. And
oh my gosh.
She's going to be so far out of this lane. She can't walk up at all. She is proccing the passive, though, doing what she can. This wave is going to crash into her, whether she likes it or not. And so she will get some.
Oh, but Bronx knows that. He's going to get hit by the Sonic Wave. That's something I just don't like, seeing how this kind of thing can actually impact, especially Alawi is so. Look at that. Look at the Jin's. Look at the Jin's health.
Oh, Alawi is somehow winning the 1v2. Rakan's returning the bot lane. That is.
Why are you going back? Why are you going back to Alawi? No.
They're going to send Mundo bot lane to deal with Ashe here. Rakan is nearby if they want to try something.
Oh, this is actually gameplay. If Rakan can make this, if he can connect this, then this is a first blood moment. Oh, that's a miss.
Flash. He holds onto the grand entrance. I like it. They're waiting for the flash. If they can bait out the flash, and really good job.
No, the barrier.
Oh, really good job there from Rakan holding onto the grand entrance there, waiting for that flash, and then baiting the flash out with grand entrance.
Wait, no way, Jin?
Yeah, I don't know if I like this grand entrance onto Braum there, and oh no, Mundo, Rakan, the shield, it does save him. Flash Q.
Oh, the block. No wait, oh, that's a block. Okay, but the block. Did you see how Rakan just stood right in front and then not stood in front, went back. Oh, never mind. At least then.
Yeah, Rakan did a good job there, staying behind him. Oh, I think Just Beezy. A little bit misclick. Autos the minion there instead of Alawi, and now is very low.
Oh my goodness! Like I said, this is absolute absolute cringe right here, because the fact that Alawi is actually outplaying the Jin and the Lee Sin like that.
Yeah, it's holding this jungler topside, and that's really, really good for Yummiversal income, because it's just. I mean, it's a wasting his time. It's so good. Grand Entrance barely going to connect there, followed by a nice charm for the stun. It's going to find a really nice disengage there for Annie, and she's going to be able to walk away with her life.
Man, I really don't like this coming from Mint. Oh, what the?
Alawi saying hello. If Jin's not careful, he could get a. Oh, they're going to try to do something here. Rakan is here. Grand Entrance is going to...
Man, there it is.
Oh, flash out!
Oh, wait. What the? No.
How did she killed the Jin with the passive? The passive from the pull. The tentacle killed Jin.
And with the first blood, she gains more gold right now, and she gains Sheen. That we all know what happens when she gets Sheen. That means her farming is gonna get much better, and that her damage will scale with it. And we all know what happened last time on game one. Oh,
And Ari gonna be Tibbers Don as J4 is now routed to this. Back by oh no. They're gonna pop the spell shield there on Mundo. But no, wow. Alawi I like that is pure luck that Jin just got hit by that.
and
I, I,
especially Alawi had to flash into the bush like that to make sure she stays alive. But
oh
after
no,
seeing that too,
Mundo.
yeah,
Mundo goes down.
yeah.
That's
Obviously,
another.
as you could tell from this, that just Team Yubi just has a good. Anyway, they either they getting lucky or they know that they're good because look at the bot lane. They absolutely trust over each other to allow Braum just hover over the tower getting hit by the tower. Meanwhile, Ash gets a kill. Meanwhile, Alawi just knowing that she doesn't need any support from the jungler, her own jungler, just ends up just 2v1 like that.
She's putting the pressure on Jin, and Jin is feeling it. She's going after him. She does have the Leap of Faith Grand Challenge or Grand Entrance is going to go in, but again, just to kind of buy space for Jin as Jin is taken so low. That's Void Grubs though for this Lee Sin, but J4 is looking to trade Dragon. So it just looks like Alawi's handling the 1v2 way better than Mundo is, and it's unfortunate.
Yeah, and seeing how they're getting the Drake first, which is a mountain Drake. I'm saying, oh no, that's a
Hex
hex
Tech,
texture. Yeah,
Hex
so
Tech
with
Drake.
that, is it with that with the I believe it's tech speed, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And that's actually really good for Ash, along with really good for actually allow it too, because if you can actually prog really good you her abilities and whatnot, that can actually help a lot for their team for Ash to use her passive for her Q, along with allow it just scaling up for, and making even her attacks even faster than that.
Yeah, and here we go. Alawi's already putting the pressure on Mundo as Mundo makes a short trip top lane, and Lee Sin here is going to be auto attacked here. J4 is going to be forced to flash. Nice charm. That'll end the game. Or not that game. It'll end his life, though. And yeah, J4 will lose his life. They're getting a little ambitious there on the Lee Sin, though. Nice charm.
Ooh, the
This could go
charm.
down. Ooh. Here we go on the
And there goes the
reverse.
arrow. Oh, that's
Lands.
into cleanse.
Really nice
Okay.
job there from Jin, but I don't know if it'll save his life on the main side. Oh, he is dodging bullets here. Braum is out of turret range. Barely.
And look at the lobby, do it again.
Oh, God. Oh, will he get the kill on Braum? Is the question. Braum is still alive.
Please,
No,
please.
Leeson's got it. Will Leeson be able to finish this one off? Is the question. Q gonna land. He's gonna go for it, but he's
Oh,
gonna
he died.
die. And that kill goes on to Braum. But again, it's just deadlock even so far.
And I just feel like let me see the results. Jin going 0 and 2 right now. That's why I mentioned about abusing Jin right there because now uh he doesn't have any what you call insurance. He doesn't have any insurance to make sure that he could stay important over this game because he does not have the gold and therefore does not have the items necessary now to build back up. He just needs to farm more and therefore he can't be involved in many of the team fights that's going to go on in the future.
Yeah, he's gonna be kind of kept out. He's gonna have to stay back and farm. He's almost 10 CS down, and they're already going back in on him yet again. Here comes a nice grand entrance by space, but oh God, this is so weird. Look at both these supports. Rakan's level 4. Braum is level 5.
Yeah, like I
He's
said,
finally.
Jin is kind of tilted though. That's why. So he, yeah, he probably is mad at the fact that they're actually abusing him first. And you mentioned about target selection. That's something that's really important for Team UB to focus upon because, like I said, just the ADC itself is what makes it important. And if you do have the better ADC, then you want to give him the most priority of the best ADC picks, like Ash for example, or Kaiser. Like last time, Kaiser went 11 and 4, I believe, and then the other one. also when they picked Kaiser, they also went 12 and whatever like that. So something you have to give like
Oh,
the more advantage to the ADCs and seeing how. Ooh,
oh, Mundo finding a solo kill there in the top lane. Lowy making a misplay there, accidentally hitting Dr. Mundo. Is going to hit by quite a few turret shots. Meanwhile, on the bot side of things, Rom taking quite a bit of damage. Rakan able to battle lance to safety. Enchanted Crystalline Arrow. Here comes the Glacial. My God. Glacial Abyss going down. Or Great Glacial Fissure, sorry, going down, but it's not enough as so much damage
oh
from this
my!
side. Damage from Mint is going to come through, and it's going to clean up this fight for
Uh
one, for
oh,
two.
Lee Sin's about to chase.
I mean, if anybody can do it, yep. Oh, he did it. Really nice ward hop there, and following up with the QQ. Really well done there from Lee Sin.
Actually, it just proves my point more of the sudden. Is utility monster the better Jarvan here? Looks like nope, because he picked who was it? BZ just picks a different jungler as we go by, and he's absolutely demolishing utility monster even with his own champion.
Yeah, ugh, it's so rough. Ooh, nice charm there on the Braum. Braum could be in a little bit of trouble. He was forced to E and get away. Battle Lance onto him, though. Breezy going to be stunned right after he Battle Lances out of safety. Oh! Dang!
Oh
BZ just going in, and that is a 7-1 Lee Sin at just 12 minutes. Man, you hate to see it.
man, I talked trash about Min's jungler. Now he's absolutely proving me wrong. He's actually proving that even at the bad first game, you can still make a comeback like that. And geez, that Lee Sin, the way he played is so clean, especially with the mid. We mentioned Did we mention about the mid jungle duo of Min GGEZ, right?
Yes,
I
you
did. I
did.
believe it was.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
look at their synergy, how well they actually go against the ball lane too. The Ash and Braum, they kill both of them right that instant. So that's something that requires a lot of trust on that.
Yeah, it's it's been definitely surprising here. However, uh, Yummiversal is going to pick up their second dragon of the night, and it's going to be another Mountain Soul. We saw Mountain Soul first game, and it did wonders then. And they're going to go straight towards Grubs here, try to keep them off the Grubbies, and they do succeed for the time being. And I just think that
Oh,
Mint
nice
is going to
catch.
try to play it safe, stay off stay off of them. But they're going to go for a dive. Nice grand entrance on the Braum. Braum could be in a little bit of trouble. He's able to eat his safety. Glacial Fissure dropped for the retreat. He's able to cut off their team. Finds a nice knock up on Lee Sin. And able to get his team back to safety. Meanwhile, Jin in the bot lane finding 5 turret plates and finishing off that bot lane tower. That is the first tower to go down. They're not able to get first tower. Ari here going to go a little
Oh,
bit wide with the charm. Flag drag is going to give him safety. But man, what a game so far. I
and
mean,
seeing how, I mean, yeah, I don't know, because seeing how everything is going by, that Lee Sin is literally like carrying the game as we speak, and that's something that I have not witnessed as we go by. But since Jin is not being prioritized, who's basically the next person to basically carry this game? It is the jungler, and with the jungle mid synergy, that's what I'm looking for. Like this, for
oh,
example.
yeah, Jarvan giving himself up there uh, for a free kill and free Herald as Yummiversal is just going to be forced to back away here. It's just, it's not looking good here for them, unfortunately.
And it's something that requires you to know, like especially with vision too, that you kind of need your vision, and without your teammates like it's getting like pressured or whatnot, they can't give you vision like what just anything in that matter can do from that what you call the Rift Herald incident. So I just need to see from Team UB what Jarvan and Annie can do, especially like I mentioned before, the Cataclysm and the Bear combo, and with Braum using his ult within his Q and his passive, something I want them to try working on, like a multiple CC chain.
Wow, and Mundo here doing really good work here, doing great damage to Alawi. The pull going to go a little bit wide there. Unfortunate for Alawi. Wow.
I mean, they're getting locked in as we speak. Literally, how much do they realize? Like, yo, I'm getting so tilted right now, so I'm gonna lock in, and yo, I'm gonna get better. And look, they're actually getting much better because they really don't want to get hit by the same champion twice. So it looks like Mundo is actually like, he's just trying to play it safe. Something I said before that Mundo should actually like be considerable until he gets his late game, which is something that people can't kill him for.
Right. And he's just going to become this unkillable super demon, basically, towards the end of this game. If Yummiversal doesn't act quickly here, they're going to put the Herald towards top lane there. It seems like they were just kind of on a timer, maybe. Oh, they're going to crash it straight in here. They're going to find this mid tower, and Yummiversal again forced to retreat yet again as three are mid. Lee Sin, Jin, and
Oof.
Ari. And Harold gets a second charge off. Rakan could be in a little bit of trouble here. Cataclysm's going to find two. Rakan's going to pop the Quickness and go in and going to do as much as he can. He keeps them off the backline for now. Huge amount of damage goes coming through. Here comes the Curtain Call. Curtain Call going to find nothing yet. But on the backline goes Annie, but Annie does find the kill, but barely, as she is immediately wiped out. But this Yummiversal team is very, very low here. And that proves a point. Ari flashes in, presses the Q button, and finds herself 2 kills. And now it is just Alawi against the world as they're now going to start to knock on these inner towers. And right on cue, they're going to head towards this bot side, try to take as much of this jungler's farm. Luckily, there is none. J4 has done a good job keeping up with the tempo of CSing. But, that is a fight you really don't like to see if you're Yummiversal. You initiated the fight, you thought it was winnable, and you just did not have the damage to execute.
And seeing how they decide, oh, we can't really beat Alawi, so let's just beat the other people instead. Ori and like I said, the Lee Sin and Jin actually finding that angle and using just the ultimate along with Rakan just throwing the ult in. That was perfect, so clean, so mindful, so demure from the whole team of Mint, especially despite never mind. Wait, what?
A little bit of an awkward situation there. Brahm's going to get caught out here without the shield. Rakan's probably going to have quickness up here for this fight again. Here we go. They're going to go in.
Jarvan?
Utility Monster followed up by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and Cataclysm is going to go down. Ari is out of the fight. Huge damage. The Leap of Faith is going to go down. Will it be enough to buy the time in this fight? It looks like it is. Alawi's going to turn this fight. Utility Monster is... it's going to be close. Jin does not have the damage. And that is a 1 fight. For Yummiversal, Yummiversal's able to turn that fight around. Again, that Leap of Faith is just proven to be so useful. She hits the Divine Sunderer, or Divine, what is that? It's not actually Divine Sunderer now, it's Sundered Sky, sorry. But it's just, it's so good. However, Just Beezy is still alive. They have the Baron, or Dragon, in a good pit. And really nice Glacial Fissure there. Knocks up Ari and Lee Sin, keeps them away. And that is a 3rd dragon. That is Soul Point for Yummiversal.
You wanna know why you don't wanna know why UB won that fight? It's because Alawi was there. Back then when they tried to fight, no, Alawi wasn't there, and therefore she was the only one surviving. So they should know. Team UB should know that in order to win this team fight, they need to have Alawi there. They need to, no matter what the circumstances are. If they see an objective is coming up, Alawi needs to prioritize her team first. And therefore, when they win that fight, because she has TP anyways, as soon as they push, uh, I want the team to push first. Then Alawi can just do whatever she wants afterwards. And then when that wave gets pushed, then she could TP the one minion and then therefore kind of give themselves an advantage of that lane push. But if they don't do that, then Alawi can't really do anything, which causes them to falter. And if they don't pay attention to getting team fight like that, everyone else will die and Alawi will remain the one standing. And that's going to give her a hard time.
Yeah, and that's something I mentioned before the game started, is if you're going to allow Alawi to walk at your back line, that's going to cause problems. It's exactly what happened. Alawi was able to navigate to the backside of that fight and really find damage. But meanwhile, Mundo finds himself on the backside of this fight. Ashe could be in a little bit of trouble here. Huge damage across the board. Ashe goes down first. Yubi is just learning to mitigate losses, or looking to mitigate losses and backing off here. As a really good entrance from the curtain call from Jin, doing massive work for... Oh, they're going to keep this fight up. Jarvan's might be in a little trouble here. Grand Entrance is going to lock him down more. Spirit Rush, you're going to pop the Cataclysm, but it's not enough. And
Ari?
now Annie could be in a little bit of trouble here.
And yeah, look, they're going for the Baron. Oh my God, you mentioned the illegal Baron right there. But
This
actually,
is
this is a,
illegal.
no, this is secured either way because with everyone else gone and Lawe just the only one standing because Ash died, remember, and Annie died along with Braum, now Jarvan. So that leaves Lawe
Yep.
basically the only one standing if you think about it. And what? Oh,
I
okay,
don't
never
know
mind.
what's
Okay.
happening here.
Okay, I want to say so. Like I said before, the fact that they actually secured without Alawi makes it more reason why Mint is winning that fight. If they don't have Alawi, then Mint wins. If they have Alawi with it and Alawi managed to find that angle and use their ult to kill everyone, then it's Yubi's win. So, like I said, it's the Alawi's priority. Alawi, you need to pay attention to your team so you can actually help them because your ult actually deals a lot of damage and you don't think so. Maybe so, but like think about it, that ult can actually help a lot, even if it doesn't seem that much of a damage spreader. Because I don't know how, I don't know why, but the whole team of Mint seems to group together a lot because in order for them to catch up, this is how they do it.
Yeah, and honestly, you just gotta play around your Alawi a little bit better. I mean, Ash is in a good spot to really help out these fights as well, but it just you have so many damage threats to deal with on the side of Mints that it's just what do you do? Uh, you got the 6-0 Ari, you got the 10-1 Lee, you got the 1-5 Jin, and the 2-2 Mundo. There's just so much damage from their side that it really leaves me questioning. It's like 22 minutes in this game, and you're already looking at just over a 7K gold difference. Like, what is the move here for Universal Basic Income to stay in this game?
I personally, I just basically call this just keep your space around your top laner, especially if the Jarvan like can actually have Cataclysm, can secure everyone in it or anybody in it, and using the Annie to actually secure using the Bear. Ash can use the Crystal Air for any form of cleanup for like in case they escape using cleanse or whatnot. Jin has cleanse, so if he cleanses, Ash can use that Crystal Air afterwards to kind of re-stun him again, and therefore allow it can jump in. That's something I need to see from Team Yubi. And seeing how right now, look at they're just gathered together. But where is Alawi right now?
She's still in base. This this fight is it's an interesting one. Ooh, there comes the
Oh, they're gonna
ultimate though.
see.
Really nice goal. Golden is gonna buy so much time, and they're gonna open up this fight. So much damage across the board for Mints. Really well placed there with Zanya's Hourglass from Ari, and Ari is able to survive in this fight and do so much damage there. They're gonna pop the leap of faith, but a little bit late, and Jin's gonna find a kill onto Ash on the backside of that fight. It is just Annie. Mints could look
And
to end
that's
this game,
because
unironically.
and you see what I mean. No Alawi, no team fight. Therefore, it's GG. Mint actually win this. What the heck?
I mean, after a game one that looked like very, very heavily Yumi based
Yubi.
income, uh, like favored, it's kind of tough to say. Oh, Annie went in.
Oh,
Oh,
looks like it's not gonna end just yet. It's not gonna end just yet. Wait.
Cataclysm. Oh, are they going to be able to end? Oh, they're
No,
not
no.
going to be able to end. We
Just
spoke
barely.
too
No,
soon.
just barely. Just barely.
We spoke too soon. It is.
Dang.
It is the Soul Dragon too. You hate to give that up. You
I
hate
swear,
to give that up.
if they go Nexus to Nexus, well, first of all, they have to get Drake first. They need to recall, and then they need to go for a second team fight. But if they win it,
They're gonna go in here.
no,
They're
they're
gonna.
actually going for Drake. But like I said before, if they successfully get this Drake, if Yubi successfully get this Drake, they can recall, and they need to restart so know that they can get all their mana and health restored, and therefore that second team fight, if they haven't get don't if they don't contest it,
Yep. Ultimate's gonna go through. Charm is gonna land, but it's not gonna be enough. Teleports are coming through though. Are they gonna be able to win this fight? It's a question. The soul is theirs. They have the damage though. There's so much damage. Ash is just done for in the pit, and Jarvan is down too. It's so over for Yummiversal. They lose two for the price of one. They're gonna flash in. Just questionable play there from Annie. She's gonna go down. It's Braum and Alawi left. It's
Alex
just
gonna
it's
flash in,
just
please. Oh no, Alex, please flash in. I dare you, flash in.
Yep, there
Oh,
comes
there's
the
a flash.
ultimate. She gets 1,000 gold on the
Oh,
shutdown.
never mind.
But the Zanya's Hourglass buys time and space, and that's going to be the
Ah,
end of this game officially. This time, there's no comeback, no way, no how. This game is over. as Mince takes it in the reverse sweep fashion, 2-1.
My goodness, this is why I just felt so like bad for those people who actually finished at 2-1, because that's what I wanted. Because the way Mint reverse sweep that is because of that jungler. That jungler wasn't playing well for first game one, and I doubted him. But after that Jordan play decided making comeback, I was like, okay, he's making a good impression, a comeback. Then that Lee Sin, I was like, okay, so what is he gonna do for that moment? And he absolutely proved me wrong to show that even without you picking the same champion, that you could still prove that you're the better one. I thought that though, um, hmm, actually, you know what I think about it? I think the jungler proved me wrong. The jungler should be like the most like MVP in that playoff in that series right now, because just the way that first game wasn't so good, but afterwards carried that line on game two and game three. I think it was game two top laner that was actually carrying. I'm not sure if we can go back to the game two draft. I do believe that game two, the reason why
Smolder.
Mint, huh? Oh,
Smolder.
Smolder, that's right. The reason why is because that top laner picked an ADC champion of Smolder, and because he managed to abuse that because of the farming situation, then he managed to carry that Elder Dragon passive and all that too. Won them the game. So top lane, kudos for you. Along with the Lee Sin though, along with the Jarvan, that actually hindered a lot for Team Yubi. Now with game three, that Lee Sin decides to prove me wrong by picking that Lee Sin. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna show off like that too. If I'm gonna pick a good jungler like two, I'm gonna show off that I can just do more than just be like a assistant to a carry. I'm gonna show that I am the carry. And look at the score. Look at the KD of Lee Sin, 13, 2, and 11 with 17k damage like that too. Although Ari is the one who took the most damage and going in with the 10 and 1. But I honestly, I guess people can just argue with me. I honestly think that the Lee Sin is the MVP for this, because how he engaged early game and how he actually helped the Ari make those comebacks with those synergy of the bot lane incident that happened with Ashe and Braum, that
Yep.
Ari flashed and charmed successfully on Braum, caused the Lee Sin to jump right in and using that E to actually bash both Ashe and Braum. That synergy is what caused Ari to actually carry up. But because it goes both ways. But I honestly think Lee Sin would be called MVP for this.
Absolutely, I agree completely, Lisa. Just a crucial factor for all these games, playing very, very well in both games, just getting their laners ahead, finding what their win con is, and really pushing the win con into success. I mean, and becoming the win con game three as well. Just Beezy just doing all the work there, becoming 13-2 there by the end of the game, just doing so much work. And honestly, it was a blast to watch him. He did a great job. I didn't. Now that I think about it, I didn't really see any too crazy kicks though in that game. Now
No,
I'm
but we
thinking
just
about it.
no, but we did see a lot of synergy when it comes to the Marcus with the Q and just jumping right in, especially when they were low health. That Lee Sin just decided to take a lot of risk and go for it and get a kill and walked out alive. So that's something I just think that what causes him to be that what makes him a fellow like important player to have, and especially that, like I said, the mid jungle duo synergy, like that actually is very like dangerous, and that's what makes him the most like that's what won him the game. That's what surprises me.
Yep, absolutely. I think at the end of the day, I think that is absolutely true. The Lee Sin was absolutely crucial tonight. But I believe with that, we can bring an end to our broadcast tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Mint. They will advance into the playoffs as Yummiversal will fall 2-1 in reverse sweep fashion. Congratulations again to Mint. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Mr. Juicy Kim. I had a blast. I don't know if you did, but I had a blast, that's for sure.
I mean, I also had a blast too. Just like I said, I wanted to see either a 2-0, which is kind of boring, or the most epic one, a 2-1, especially when we saw a reverse sweep. So that was actually a banger for me.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you guys so much for watching, and you'll catch us sometime next week with our next game. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But It's been a lot of fun. My name's Coach T, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.